Okay, so basically, up until now, you guys have come to the city or the town of Trunham, as it is built upon the ancient burial site of a goddess, a primordial goddess of death named Banshee. Um, she was sealed away successfully years and years and years ago, but now there have been undead attacking the city again. It seems like she's stirring. You descended into the dungeon a number of times, each time pushing a little further, defeating monsters and obstacles that lay ahead, and finding that there was a cult who are desperate to bring back those old evil primordial gods, trying to unseal her. Additionally, you met several quirky NPCs who have been supplying you with gear and all manner of useful information, such as Cuthbert, Enterop, Old Tungsten, etc. And then last time, I think it was last time or the time before, you met one of the adventurers who had gone 10 years prior down into Trunham Dark in an attempt to quell the zombies rising at that point. All of them died except one, Old Tungsten, and you found one of the others, a revenant named Mortimer, who is somehow still kind of alive but not really, and his body is fueled and soul are fueled by the purpose of sealing away the Banshee for good. You pushed your way through a very long maze and defeated the large guardian of that maze before having armed yourself readily for the events to come. Were able to safely make it down the fall, which is a giant featureless stone chute, and arrived in the area known as the Tainted Depths, in which the shrine of Banshee itself is said to reside. But before... I think before we did that, you guys returned to town briefly to sort of sort out various other things before descending, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, we went to go see Cuthbert and got 5 potions, spider climb, 750
Yeah.
gold. Aval commissioned a sword made from the metal that we retrieved from the Helm Tor.
Hot metal.
The hot metal.
Hot metal.
There was the potential of making a pulley, but I think we were we going to make the pulley thing to get down and use a spider climb to get back out again or something? I can't. In a hurry, I can't remember.
We can always feather fall because I've got the feather fall.
I think that was the prevailing plan, is you had that featherfall thing. So you were going to use the featherfall to get down, and then the spider climb to get back up.
Yep, big old hole that is like 5 hours away from town through all of the grippliness.
Yeah, and so I think we'll say at least that Old Tungsten will be able to produce your sword by the next morning if you want to spend the night in town and go down there. Because he knows
That is where we left off because everyone was heading up for sleeps.
Yes.
And then there was cliffhanger things, right?
Indeed.
So I think we bought the whole helm. That my sword was made of some or from the helm, but we also brought the sword and shield back that it had that was massive.
Yeah.
and was worth like $1,000 or something to Tungsten. I can't remember if we still had to bring that back or if we already brought it back.
I
We
seem to
only,
remember.
we only brought the little bit back.
That's
Yeah,
what I thought. There is basically $1,000's worth of metal sitting in that
yeah,
cave before the pit.
yeah. I think you're right. And so yeah, as it stands currently, you guys are resting in the tavern, or most of you are. Though, as with before, Tanith, you don't get any sleep. You, when you no, sorry, you lie awake for a few hours before finally it seems like you're nodding off. But
Is this after having one of the tinctures?
Yeah,
Okay.
but when you do, you see yourself standing on top of a large metallic shrine, and there's these massive kind of black iron claw-like protrusions that all seem to be pointing towards you, coming like circling around from the bottom of the shrine and pointing at the section you're standing on, almost caging you in. As you try and squeeze between them, you look down at the floor and see millions of tiny black spiders all writhing and
Nope.
all writhing and crawling over one another. And you see that as you move, they kind of shift and move with you, and then begin crawling towards the shrine up the sides, and you kind of stumble back into the center, trying to get away from them, maybe begin stamping on some of them, but they just keep coming, crawling over your whole body, up inside your clothes,
Nope.
up to your face, into your mouth, into your ears, burrowing into your skin, and you shake your head and you're awake. And you realize there's someone in your room, and you feel a figure grab your neck and lean over you, and you see that the wooden, comfortable but small in-room sort of like folds away, and you're just lying on a dark forest floor, mist surrounding you, and you see this hideously scarred face with like a Chelsea smile and these very sunken eyes that are kind of red, and there's like sort of some kind of skin condition that he has, like this red kind of blistering skin all across his face, and he's laughing, and you see like these big heavy bits of saliva kind of like drip into his beard and onto your face, and he draws a dagger and places it to your eye and leans very close and begins to slice very slowly down your cheek. And then he takes the dagger back, licks the blood off it, spits it into your face, and then plunges the dagger down into your belly, and you sit up, awake for real this time. You feel your face seems actually wet, and you kind of feel your brow and it's sweaty, and then you touch your cheek and you pull your fingers away, and you can see that the scar on your cheek is bleeding, which it hasn't done in years.
I mean, generally scars don't do that at all after they've been healed.
There's light streaming in through the window. It's like very, very early morning, just past dawn.
I'll get up and go to a mirror to like look at the cut on my face or the scar. Like, is it actually like reopened?
It seems like, but only at the very top near your eye, and you just see these like couple kind of small strands of blood, like kind of dripping down your face, and there's a bit of a finger smudge in the center.
Yeah, gonna put hand over face to with like a cloth or something to try and get the blood to stop.
Stops after a little while. It's not. It's not like it was bleeding actively. More like, some blood had come out and trickled down your face, but it had stopped.
Okay. Tanith is gonna like look angrily at like the little bottle of the sleeping draught that she got from Interrupt. She's gonna like pick it up and like throw it in like the fireplace in her room, cursing to herself.
What do you do until morning?
Is it not actually morning?
So
It's just
it's
okay.
it's like just past dawn. So
Okay.
it's like 4 a.m.
Well, there's not going to be any going to sleep, so I think she'll get dressed and go downstairs, I guess.
You see, Marsha Brownlee, the huntress, is like lying, or kind of sitting up, lying in a booth, eyes closed. But as you come down the stairs, you see her eyes kind of flicker, and she kind of wakes up and rubs her face. Kind of gives you a curious glance. Doesn't say anything.
Is there anyone tending bar, or is the place empty?
No. So, you know that the place is just run by Olga. Like she's the only real employee. Like sometimes she hires like someone to look after it for her for a bit, but yeah, she's in bed at the moment.
Okay. Just gonna take a gold and put it on the counter and grab a bottle of whatever I can reach, and then like sit down and drink.
Are you sitting?
Rob, would revenants sleep?
Let me check. I don't think there's any rule to say they wouldn't.
But I was just looking that up and it doesn't say, but I wondered if you wanted to do it as a way of yes or no.
I will say that's up to you.
Oh, don't make it up to me, god damn it.
Okay, then yes.
Cool. Okay.
Because you were asleep for years and years and years. They found you when you were asleep, actually. So
that makes sense, yeah. But I imagine you could just like fall asleep anywhere.
Yeah.
He's definitely just in a booth. He looks like he's dead.
His arm is like lying off on the floor.
Dreadful.
Yeah. Are you sitting? Tanith, are you sitting near Marsha or away from her?
She would have gone like maybe noticed her whenever she came down, but it was like straight to the bar, gold bottle, and then she's staying like where she is at the bar.
She's sitting at the bar. Okay.
Yeah.
Marsha will kind of like stretch out, go over to a basin, like splash her face, and walk over to you, and just kind of like lean next to the bar, and just say, "Rough night."
Yeah, can't sleep.
Yeah, I get that. Well, I was gonna go hunting for a couple hours if you want to join. Peace and quiet.
And Tanith will kind of like look out towards, like can't see the woods from where they're at in the inn, but she's gonna kind of like look off in that direction and kind of try to imagine like being out in the woods hunting after having a dream of what happened to her when she was running through them, and she's gonna kind of shake her head and say, thanks, but no thanks.
All right.
The others will be up soon.
Sure. Well, if you need anything, want to talk, or let me know. She pats you on the shoulder and walks out.
Kind of nod in her direction as she's walking away, and kind of like cuddle the bottle a little bit.
And I think we'll fast forward a couple hours to everyone else waking up. You guys all make your way downstairs at slightly different times to find Tanith already at the bar, halfway through a bottle.
Yeah, like cheek like propped up on one hand, maybe falling back asleep. We'll see. With a 13, maybe. Yeah, she's still awake, but it's just kind of like heavy eyes.
Olga comes down before all of them actually, and just kind of sees you and chooses not to ask, and just kind of slips the coin away and gives you a nod.
She doesn't say anything in response. Just kind of. She's got like the cheek propped up on one hand, and like the bottle is like wrapped. Like she's got it like cuddling the bottle, like to her chest, like half asleep.
And then everyone else eventually gets up at different times and comes down to find her.
Lenore will come down and kind of like slide in across from her and grab the bottle and give it a sniff and make a face. And starting early or just keeping going?
Woke up like first light. Just still tired. Couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She'll kind of like do like a finger across like the edge of her eye where like her scar is.
Does it look like? Can I see where it's been cut and stuff?
It doesn't look really any different to you. There's like, if you look real close, you might see like some parts of it are like slightly scabbed over again, as though they've been more recently opened, but it doesn't look like a wound.
Tanith is just going crazy.
Yeah. Dreaming about how you got that, or it hurting?
Both. This place is bringing up bad memories.
This place is a shithole.
Yeah, I can't wait to be done with this place.
I'm hoping we finish the business quickly.
Me too. Just down in that pit, right?
Down in that pit and back out.
Easy.
as-
Piece of cake.
Man, we've been through worse.
Yeah. If a couple of bad dreams is the worst this place has to offer, we'll be all right.
As long as you believe that.
That's what I'm trying to believe. Or hoping.
I mean, are you hoping or lying to yourself?
Isn't that a little bit of the same thing?
I guess it depends on what you want the outcome to be. I mean, lying to yourself, you're just trying to ignore something. If you're hoping, you're trying to make something happen.
No, then let's just say I'm trying to figure that part out.
You always were a conversationalist.
Well, I wasn't exactly, bright and chipper before the cult. It does kind of tamper things a little bit.
Whatever happened, you came back and no one talked about it.
It was just one of those missions, went out with one of the alders, and it was a group of us. I was the only one that made it out, but they had me for days before I managed to escape.
I mean, we all went out, but no one came back quite as wrecked as you.
Yeah, we just had the bad luck to run into this cult of the old earth, or whatever the fuck it is they call themselves. Order, cult, whatever. Fucking assholes.
It must have been real bad for you not to talk about it.
Well, like you said, I wasn't. I was always a real good conversationalist. Told people that needed to be told, and then I just wanted to forget that it happened.
And now it's back in your life taking center stage.
Yeah, I'm sure if they had known what was here, they wouldn't have sent me.
You really think that? Or maybe that's exactly why they sent you.
No, I don't think so. Maybe. Who knows? But priests can be funny sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm real sorry that shit happened to you.
Thanks. I know it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I haven't really ever talked about it before, but
I mean, I never asked, so I'm a shit
Oh.
friend in that.
I mean, I think you respected the fact that you could tell I didn't want to talk about it. I was doing a little bit of that, head in the sand. A little bit.
Pretend it didn't happen and maybe it will go away.
Definitely. If I can pretend that everything's normal, then everything will be normal.
Wishful
Works.
thinking or lying
Yeah.
to yourself.
Exactly. Definitely a little bit of the latter, because, can't lie to yourself in dreams, and that's where I struggle the most.
You don't have to drink alone.
Yeah, I know. Everyone else needed their rest. I didn't want to wake anybody up. Besides, Smelly's over there, and she points to the booth where Mortimer's boot is hanging out of.
No, Tanith, wake me up the next time.
All right.
And how are you going to share?
Yeah, I mean, go for it. And she'll push the bottle over to Lenore.
She'll grab and take a swig.
Taste that shit.
It's like room temperature, slightly warm, because Tanith's been hugging the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
This is horrible. You know that, right?
It's what I could reach.
Next time, walk around and get the good stuff.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I mean, what are friends for, right?
And Tana will just nod and just
Yeah.
nod. Yeah.
Yep.
She's done.
Imagine the rest of you are probably just making your way down. Slash way
Mortimer
down.
wakes up. Oh, sorry.
No, I was saying,
Mortimer wakes up, gives them both a nod, and like pours himself a glass of water. I have to say, sleeping in an inn is far better than sleeping on the floor of a dungeon.
I mean, I imagine there aren't many things that are worse than sleeping on a dungeon floor.
You know,
I
next
doubt
time
you're
you could
wrong.
try a bed.
I could, but I don't think it would be much better.
I'm pretty sure it'd be a lot better.
Maybe we shall see.
Are you offering him your bed, Tanith?
No.
I mean, I felt we needed to clarify that. I mean, we only have how many rooms? I mean,
That's
unless
why
you're.
I elected to stay downstairs. I'm sure none of you want to wake up to a corpse lying on your floor.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I shan't ask.
Probably best.
I wasn't going to tell you. Where are the rest of these fuckers?
Avo finishes his drawing studies of the continued cave network on a little desk by the window, and ruffles Tala's enormous head. Time to start the day, old girl. And he'll like flick open the small bag, and she kind of like leaps and gets sucked into it. And he'll snap the book closed and come downstairs, already completely fully dressed and ready and everything. Olga, my dear, breakfast if you would.
she gives you like a big old happy smile and nods and begins bustling about in the kitchen.
Thank you very much. Looks over to the two already drinking at the bar. A little early?
Up late, and Tanith will like gesture to like the other booth or stool next to her and put the bottle in front of him.
Can he see that, bags under her eyes,
Yeah,
almost half asleep,
yeah, she
etc.,
absolutely
etc.
has not slept.
Are you capable of miracles today? As I understand it, you need your rest.
I don't know, DM. Did I get a long rest?
No.
Yeah, right.
You'll be all right, will you? Can I insight that?
Sure.
Okay. Uh, 15.
Do I have an active level of exhaustion, DM?
You do not, because you got like a couple hours sleep, so you don't have a point of exhaustion.
Okay.
But you have not had a long rest.
Yeah. In regard to like her ability to perform miracles on a 4-point scale or a 3-point scale, the level ones are 1 out of 4. Or that is 3 out of 4, excuse me. 3 out of 4 remaining. Second level is 1 remaining. third level is 2 remaining.
Okay. He will compute that as a more emotional response from your tired face.
She's
I-
not entirely tapped.
Sure. If you say so. Big day down a very large hole.
Mm-hmm. We'll be fine. Gonna get this over with.
Lenore,
Go.
you also? Are you up late or recently joined her?
I mean, I slept like a goddamn champ.
Good to hear it. Like a wide, warm smile. And he kind of like looks at the label of the bottle that you kind of, I don't. You offered him a chair in the bottle, and can he ascertain? Can I insight the bottle whether it is crap before he drinks it? Or
You can. We'll
Can
say
I
make a
insight
make
the
a
bottle?
history check with advantage
sure.
to see whether or not it was a good year.
13.
Yeah, you. It's
So
like
sorry.
it's like the bottle says Sambuca.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
Fucking
I
Sharon.
feel bad for myself now.
if you don't mind, I think I might have breakfast first. Shouldn't start on. And he kind of like looks at it. Hmm.
Yeah, it's shit. I was just wanting you to join us.
Okay. I can do that. Curious. And he kind of like, just under his breath, like says Trunbuka or something. He'll will nod over to the reclining corpse unless you've sat up a little bit.
Yeah, he went up to the bar and got himself some water.
Oh, okay.
He also notes that you didn't ask him to drink, but he's fine with that. He continues drinking the water.
Oh, that was mostly because it sounded like you were still in your booth.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Do you remember? And he kind of like looks back to Olga in the kitchen and like looks to. We didn't really. Did I disguise you in some sort of way, or did we just put a hood on you?
I think I just
Like,
put a hood on him.
Yeah, then we
Right.
just got a hood on this.
do and he kind of like just gestures to the hood. Don't want to frighten anybody.
To be honest, he looks like, not half bad for somebody that slept in a bar booth.
Sure. Just people are a little cadaver averse at the minute.
Oh, Jesus, what was that?
That was me trying to hold in a laugh because I was trying to stay in character.
That was just corpse gas coming out of him somewhere.
Lovely.
He flicks the hood up and like pulls it as far across his face as he can.
Sure, just while we're in town,
Completely
Tanith
It'll be hard
will
to dis-
scoot the bottle past Aval to Mortimer.
I'm quite content with the water, thank you.
What was the point of making me feel bad for now?
I thought it was a thing. I thought it was a thing, and I wanted to make sure you knew I knew it.
Avril has sat down on like the stool further down the bar past Lenore, I presume, and he's kind of like back against the bar looking out. Anyone Rannoch? No?
Probably sleeping in.
Oh, there we go. Time to start the day, buddy.
1 second. All right, I'm ready.
Good.
I'm not sure I want to know what the noises were.
No, neither do I. I kind of like lean back over the bar, like backwards over the bar a little bit, and go, Olga, maybe a second one. Breakfast.
That'd be nice.
Good. Have you guys eaten yet? And he kind of like looks down to the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No.
No, that was a no.
Okay, you're kind of like, like. Okay. Breakfast all round. Might as well start the day right.
hmm
Uh,
Just a
might-
small one for me, if you will. I need to eat far less than I used to.
on a diet. Uh, if that will take a while, is that enough time for me to go find the sword and come back again, or before breakfast is ready, or
Yeah. I think because she's like only just got up herself, so she's got to like
sure.
build the fire and get the stove going and all that sort of thing. So yeah, so you've got some time.
I'm going to take a walk to Tungsten.
Yeah.
Anyone is welcome to join. I don't understand if you don't. And it kind of springs up.
No, I'll go. Gotta wake up.
Sure.
Yeah. Little walk before breakfast.
Sure.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you guys, you make your way over to Old Tungsten's, and
He's like bright and peppy and spring in his step kind of thing, just enjoying the morning.
definitely. And you see, like as you're going, the town is beginning to stir. Like shopkeepers are, unlocking their store for the first time, and some people are kind of like throwing out, or sweeping or whatever it might be, just kind of getting ready for the the morning rush. And you kind of nod and wave to a couple of people you've seen around town. And you get to Old Tungsten's, and he's just firing up the bellows again, like leaning kind of deep into the like what's the word I'm looking for?
Forge?
Yes, thank you. And blowing the fire awake. Kind of turns to you all and gives you like one-armed wave. Just like raises his hand.
Oh there, Tungsten.
Morning.
Mortimer pulls his hood slightly closer, further over his face.
And good morning to you too. Have you managed to work the helmeted horror?
Your sword.
Yes.
Alright. He like limps into a shop. Well, it's not really a shop, it's more of a home. And comes back out with a long, thin package wrapped in some kind of sackcloth, and he hands it over. And he says, I hope it's alright.
I'm sure it will be. He's gonna like begin unwrapping it in a flourish.
So it
and
was a rapier you wanted, yeah?
yes,
Yeah.
an improvement over my own.
Yeah. So you kind of feel it in your hands, and it is like rapiers are long AF. They're huge, and this one is no exception yet. It is extremely light, and you see that this one has like a scabbard made along with it. It seems there was excess metal, and so he's made a scabbard out of the same metal, but all like leather inlaid and very nice. And you draw the blade, and it's this kind of lovely, dark, swirling pattern running along it. And it feels very, very like pleasant. Excuse me. It feels very like perfectly weighted, perfectly balanced. Like you hold it on your finger and check the balance. And you see like the pummel kind of comes to like several sort of elegant points, and the crossguard is this like beautiful swirling pattern. Pretty much everything you could have hoped for. And you obtain a rapier with some flame-ish qualities.
The flamish rapier.
The rapier of flamishness. No, essentially, it is a flame tongue.
Oh. Oh. But a rapier.
Mm.
He will brandish it, and it makes the like exaggerated Witcher sword noises like
Yeah.
through the air. Does just off the top of my head, it does require attunement, so I can't burst it into flames here. But
You cannot.
feels it's special.
Feels pleasantly warm.
Interesting. You know, when this is all over and done with, you could find a lot of work in Kerala. They probably have more of demand for a magic smith.
I wouldn't really feel comfortable leaving here.
No? Even if its problems were solved?
He shakes his head. But
That is a shame.
He says, if you ever want to send business my way, feel free.
You know, I probably will. And I know a fair few people with money, and a fair few people who probably need something as elegant as this. And he like holds it up to the sun and glints. What you do is work miracles, you know?
Yeah, it shakes his head. Nothing like that. Just
A sword in a night? You are being modest.
you see he's a bit uncomfortable with the compliment and kind of falls silent, looks away.
Well, at the very least, I can send some business your way, and at least you'll eat well. If you don't care for the attention.
Right, that'd be appreciated.
Excellent. And he'll sheathe the blade and reattach it to his main side, dominant side, or whatever, and put the other rapier on the other one. I shall tell you how it goes. I have a feeling that this will see you practice very, very shortly.
Hope so.
Right. Well, I will leave you to your morning then. Thanks again.
Pleasure.
I feel like turns away, or isn't really even looking at me while he's saying this. Like there'll be like a slight frown about how grumpy he is this morning, and then he'll like turn to the rest of the group. Right. Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Excellent idea.
Excellent.
Tanith is gonna glance at Tungsten whenever Mortimer speaks, just in case there's a recognition there.
None that you can see.
Okay.
I think the last thing he said to him before leaving the thing yesterday was something in Greek that he maybe would recognize, but that was 10 years ago, so maybe not.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
He basically on the way back, I'm going to be kind of nudging Rannoch and like showing the blade and the patterns and things to him. Quite impressive, don't you think? Such the conversationalist.
He was talking to you, Andrew.
What?
No, sorry. 1 second, guys. I had someone come in. 1 second.
Oh, derp, 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 derp.
It is too skinny.
It's okay. We can go.
Poor Ava. He's just supposed to have a nice conversation with somebody, and he's stuck with Tanith and Lenore, and then Tungsten. He's just supposed to talk to somebody so bad.
You see Cuthbert on his way to work, and he's like, "Oh, that's a very nice sword."
Thank you, Cuthbert. It's a lovely day and a lovely sword. I do see this, and he unhitches the scabbard or something, and look at the pattern work. I really don't know how he does it.
That's fantastic. And he kind of leans over to have a closer look.
It's warm to the touch. You can feel there's a real potential here. Looking forward to seeing it in action.
He lets out a small gasp and bends down and picks up a shiny rock and walks away.
Each to their own.
It is a very nice sword, Avel.
He turns to you and eyes creased up a little bit. Thank you.
It's very, it's very pretty and very, very you, and it's a nice sword. I'm glad you like it.
Mortimer doesn't register this, but Liam does. That you said it's very pretty and very you, so you just called it.
Yeah. Yep. No, I was gonna. He smiles at you, and then he just looks to the north and goes, "Did she say what I think she said?"
I mean, yeah.
What?
Oh, good.
I
I mean,
don't know
but
if
I
we're
don't.
agreeing
Wait,
or
wait,
not.
wait, wait. No, no, wait,
He
no.
walks off before you can sort your situation out.
What did I do?
Shit. I think you told him he was pretty. Or I told him that you told him that he.
You see him springing a little bit more down the street.
I'm real sorry.
I mean, yes, but
I mean, yeah, but oh god.
shit.
Has courting really changed so much in the last 10 years?
Shut up, corpse.
Wow.
Holy shit.
she's gonna march off away from Mortimer.
Wow. That's awkward.
I'm struggling to decide if she likes me or not. I'm leaning towards no.
Listen, it's really difficult to tell with her sometimes. She
If I
hasn't.
didn't like you, I would have punched you again.
There
You
you
didn't
have it.
punch me, you hit me with a hammer!
Oh god, you
Well,
probably
there you
deserved
go.
it. I mean, you didn't probably deserve it. You definitely deserved it. Like, I'm real sorry that happened to you.
Getting hit with the hammer?
Yeah.
It's whatever. He didn't say that.
I mean, maybe we just.
It could have been worse. I could have been killed again.
I mean, we definitely could have done that.
I'm glad you elected not to.
I'm glad.
It's been nice to see the sunlight again.
Is it weird being back in this city?
Things have changed, but then so have I. Everything changes. Nothing is constant. Though seeing Tungsten as an old man is unusual. But to be fair, I didn't know him terribly well.
Did you have a house or something?
Not here. I was simply passing through. Happened upon the... What did you call it, Rob? The group of people who went into the cave? I forgot what it was called.
I don't know that they.
I just mean the group. The group. I stumbled upon the group heading into down into the tombs, and I was looking for something new after discovering my powers. I joined them, and I didn't get to test them out very much.
I mean, so that means that you were kind of bad with your powers, right?
If one wants to read it that way.
I mean, it's not like you were way down in there. You were pretty much near the entrance. I mean,
Smooth.
Your comforting tactics are terribly intriguing.
I'm just telling you how it is. I don't want to go back in there and have you'd be a liability or something.
Regardless, I'm here now, and something tells me I will not be able to rest until the goddess has been silenced.
As long as you're not a liability.
I can go alone if you'd rather. But now that I'm here, I will not rest until she is silenced.
Listen, I've heard that before, and yeah. That's not comforting.
How so?
People say stuff all the time. They're like, I will have vengeance, and I will not rest until this evil is defeated, and they're usually the first ones to die.
I will simply come back. I have a feeling. I don't know that for sure. I just have a feeling.
Well, aren't you lucky?
The ancestors watch over me. They'll make sure my deed is done.
Whatever. And she'll just walk away.
Mortimer just shakes his head.
I like the idea the entire time Cuthbert was just like picking stones off the floor around you.
Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
This one's real funny.
Oh, look at this one. This one's some agate.
This one's the best one.
This is such a nice stone.
Oh,
He like
there's the
he stands up and says that and realizes everyone is gone.
Oh,
Oh,
feel kind of bad for him now.
I mean, Mortimer might still be there.
He would follow eventually. Once Lenore gets a decent distance away, he start following again.
Oof.
So we head back for breakfast.
yes. I'll have one hand on the sword or something to attune
Oh.
to it.
All a bunch of lovely rays of sunshine.
He's going to show Olga the sword as well. Because why not?
Gotta show everybody his sword.
Yeah, I mean, just showing everyone your sword.
She's exceedingly impressed.
It is. It's very fine craftsmanship. And that tungsten does very good work.
She kind of
Right.
just beams at you as she like puts down a massive plate of bacon and eggs in front of you.
He smiles at her, pats the sword, and then picks up a fork and starts tucking in.
Cuts his bacon with the sword. Not really bad.
I mean,
Those grill
I
marks.
like my bacon extra
Oh my-
crispy.
oh my God, Rob! It's a rapier. He wouldn't be able to cut it. You could pick it up like it's a big old skewer, and then stand like pull that out.
Yep,
And be like,
kebabs now for days. And I can heat it from the inside as well.
He's like one of those Brazilian meat restaurants where they have like the meat on a sword. They walk it around and carve it off onto your plate.
That's what the second rapier is for. And basically, I'll tune and breakfast. And
You're tuned to the bacon.
I'm gonna
breakfast is real good.
I'm gonna breakfast as well. Oh, ooh. Can I change out my spells? Or no, because not long rest.
Did you rest?
No.
Sorry, mate.
Okay. We'll be fine. Fine, guys. We'll be fine.
It's fine.
I mean, you can keep saying that. I get more worried every time you say that because that you're going to be saying that over one of our corpses in 7 hours from now.
You can already say
Game
over
time.
mine.
It's all fine. I had all the spells I needed.
I think "shut up, corpse" is going to be the new thing we yell at Mortimer now.
I should have said stuff it, corpse, because that's funny.
Hey. And
Can we
Katie,
retroactively
more-
change that to stuff it? Corpse?
Nope.
I mean,
Damn
how
it.
high is your charisma? Your passive charisma.
My passive charisma is
Or passive
9.
persuasion? 9. Okay.
I have it's a character with negative charisma. Can you guys tell?
Mortimer actually has +4 charisma, which is fun.
Has anyone got a positive charisma for me in this group?
No.
I don't think so.
I do.
Yeah, Liam
You
just said
do.
he has a +4.
It's a +4.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus. Sorry, that
he's
wasn't what I thought he said.
Sorcerer,
But yeah,
warlock,
man,
Sorcerer,
sorcerer.
Shadow Mage.
he just has the handicap of being dead.
It's a pretty big problem.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, does this mean that you have a doggy now too?
I do have a doggy now too, but I can only use him once.
Tala's gonna hate your dog.
He
This
doesn't stick
Probably
around.
doesn't smell
This
nice.
dog is just for Christmas because you can only use it once.
Yeah.
I believe it's just for a bonus action. Let me double check that. Oh, that's the wrong fucking page. See if there's the magically summon a Hound of Illumine to target one creature. It doesn't actually say whether he sticks around or not.
I think he does.
What's the spell's duration?
It's not a spell, it's a feature.
Yeah.
Hound of Ill Omen. As a bonus action, you can spend 3 sorcery points to magically summon a Hound of Ill Omen, modified direwolf, to target one creature you can see within 120 feet of you. I don't know if that means it's only targeted for that single bonus action, or if I use a bonus
No.
action to summon it.
No,
and
no. It's only for that target because you're
Gotcha.
basically doing like the Black
Hound
Hound
Master.
thing.
The
Yeah.
hound
Oh,
disappears if reduced to 0 hit points if the target is reduced to 0 hit points or after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Nice. I do get a doggy.
And it gets its own initiative.
Which
I'm gonna
translates to
remember this.
it acts on your initiative.
Yes, in a rogue game, yeah.
I'm gonna have to give it a name. Which
Basically, all it does is go directly for that target. It can be summoned within 30 feet of that target. It goes directly for that target, and then just mauls the shit out of that target every turn.
Oh, woo.
Gotcha.
And it has opportunity attacks, but only against that target. While it is within 5 feet of that target, the target has disadvantage on saving throws from any spell that you cast. Not other people, but you.
Cool
Nice.
beans. In which case, yes, my dog will be sticking around, and you will hate them.
I really should have done all that in my one shot because those displacer beasts from What's Her Face, those were supposed to be her Hounds of Ill Omen, and I forgot to do all of that extra stuff for them.
Okay.
Y'all should have been dead.
Awesome.
Anyway.
You couldn't have killed the happy orgy bunch that we were.
I could have killed maybe one or two of you and been real sad about it.
The happy old barn. Fuck, that's a great name. Sorry, carry on. We're eating bacon or something.
Besides, I didn't have to kill Blitzen. He outed Lucas, so Lucas is gonna do it for me.
Sure.
Anyway, sorry. Breakfast is yummy. Tanith is rubbing her tummy.
I'm shoveling food in my mouth.
Glad to see you all in good spirits. The wonders of breakfast.
Yeah, coffee here is amazing.
Can I get 5 more
Is it called
bacon?
Trunham Dark?
Trunham Dark Roast, yeah.
Nice.
It's got
Canon.
mushrooms in it.
It's canon.
Canon.
Yeah. What
We
were you
enjoy
saying, Andrew?
breakfast?
Can I get 5 more bacon?
She just gives you the side of the pig.
Start gnawing on it.
I mean, if you have the inside of the pig, he would probably also enjoy that. But
So, quick question, I guess. If we're getting ready to like go down into like the big dark pit and like there's maybe our last time going down in the place, do you guys have enough money to get a diamond in case one of you
diamond what?
dies?
we have 780 gold pieces as a group. If 780 gold pieces is enough for you to get requisite diamonds.
We should get at least 100 gold worth.
Okay.
No, wait, 300 gold.
I was going to say 300.
Yeah,
like,
300, sorry.
so
Sorry.
we could.
I haven't slept.
I can resurrect 1/3 of you. Which third is it going to be?
Just my face. It's my prettiest part.
I just, if we don't have any other plans for the money, a diamond might be a good idea.
I mean, yeah.
So 2 diamonds from the group loot.
Mhm.
600 gold.
Okay. So the general store does not carry diamonds.
Mhm.
don't know.
Figured as much.
Damn it.
Does
General.
Cuthbert have, or his friend have?
Cuthbert or Enterop do not have any, though Cuthbert points you in the direction of a jeweler on the edge of town.
Okay.
And you head there, and it's like a relatively small building, kind of thick stone, like heavy bricks. Like it's a very well built building. A lot of the buildings in Trunham are like wood, with maybe a stone foundation if they're lucky. But this is like a very expensive, very maybe defensible building. And you enter and find a relatively old woman just sitting behind a counter. She's got one of those magnifying eyeglass things on, and is currently like working to fit a small sapphire into what looks to be silver necklace.
Hello, madam.
Yeah. She like lets out this kind of weird throaty.
Guttural noise.
No, she lets out this sort of weird like throaty. Like she's clearing her throat. It looks up at you, kind of pulls out the eyeglass and sets it down. See, she's like very very short, though she's human. She's sitting on a stool, but her legs don't touch the floor behind the counter. But she does look very like battle scarred. Like she's got the kind of classic like separated cut eyebrow, and she's got like very kind of calloused hands with not bruised knuckles, but like kind of calcified knuckles. She looks like she's been put through the ringer during her life.
I can't believe I haven't come here before. This is quite the establishment. You look like you have a story to tell, or several.
Several. That chuckles and kind of pushes her stuff aside. Most of the folks here can't really afford what I'm selling, but for the deserted customer, I've got rather special wares.
Well, we are from Kerala, so I've had much experience discerning many things. And these look rather high quality. And he kind of, I don't know, is surveying things.
Rather
Does she
high
have any-
quality.
Does she have any magic stuff?
What does discern mean?
To look at it very closely.
Oh, okay.
To assess,
Okay.
size up.
Look at it
Gotcha.
very closely.
All right. So they're not trying to fight? Because it sounded like no.
No,
Okay.
not yet.
It sounded like concern, so I didn't know if we needed to be a
You
concern.
looking for a fight, green boy?
What?
Please tell me she actually said that.
She did.
She did. Avel is just going to step out of the way, like between him and Rannoch, just so they can have a threat competition or whatever.
She stands up on a stool and like scoops up a very knobbly walking stick, and you can see there's like the corner of her mouth is sort of curling up, like she's enjoying it. She's not deadly serious.
Oh, see, he's all quiet now. You scared
what-
him.
That's what I thought.
We do have a busy day. I'm sure he would fight you another time. And he like pats Rannoch on the chest.
Do you have anything magic?
Shakes her head.
Hey, do you have any diamonds?
Diamonds? I do have.
I need a big one
Uh,
or a really small, nice one, or like
she
a big one that's not so nice, but it's just big.
she like slides off her stool and begins like wandering kind of around the counter and just kind of mumbling to herself. And she reaches down, pulls up a big box, and like puts it on the table. And I don't know.
It's okay.
That was my dice tray. I just pretended that was
appreciate
the
it.
box. Method acting. And she runs her hands over the diamonds inside. And says, "You want a big one? How big?" And there's a vast array.
Does she have any that would suit that look to be about 300?
You see a couple
quality?
that look like the type you have read/trained to use.
She'll point at those.
Yeah. Put some aside for you. Is that all you need?
Yeah, how much for? Oh, sorry. I heard an AVAL mic turn on. So
I was. It's okay. I never mind.
no.
I was just going to say, I'm sure you're aware of the undead problem. We've actually been sent from the capital to deal with it, and have been reasonably successful so far. And well, there is perhaps the hardest bit left to do, which is why we are here. And quite a few shop owners have been very supportive in our presence and towards our goals. I was wondering if if you're inclined to be the same.
You looking for a
keep them
discount,
alive.
soft boy?
Yes, I am, and I am the softest.
I need these to keep them alive.
She kind of rocks back on her stool, folds her arms, kind of gives Aval an appraising look. Just roll me a persuasion check there, Aval.
Does he have advantage because Tanith is helping?
No, you have disadvantage.
No, don't be like that.
You
No,
have guidance.
You don't have. You can have guidance, but you can't.
If
Okay.
Tanith has it.
I do.
You do have it?
I do.
Excellent. Oh, sweet advantage.
I wasn't going like, oh, guidance, because that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
spell in front of like this lady. So, but if the DM says you can have it,
Yeah,
then
you can have it.
That is with the guidance 17 on the dice plus 9 for persuasion. I mean, he hasn't bothered trying to fleece everybody, but this is an expensive purchase. And,
Yeah.
She like kind of leans in. She says, "Well, you might have soft hands, but a man who knows himself is better than a man who doesn't."
That is very truly said.
Tanith like tilts her head to the side, like trying to figure out what that was supposed to mean.
I'm not. Yeah.
But she doesn't say anything.
Well-
He's subtle enough not to tilt his head to the side, but he is thinking. If he's got a little bit closer to her, and also a customer that is still alive can always come back again. He smiles.
Yeah, fine. Which ones you want?
So we were after 2 of about the 300 GP mark each. The grade C's, I think. Those.
Yeah, you don't have to give us like the nicest of the nice, as long as it's big enough.
All right. You can have them both for 500.
That is very generous of you.
And she pokes you in the chest with her staff, and she says, "But you better come back. Buy something else."
Believe me, we certainly will. Or I will, at least. And he is, he dresses fancy anyway. And like I said, some very, very good stock.
Tanith is like looking, like now kind of like looking around to see if there's like anything. Which is just kind of doing
it's
that.
it's mostly
like window
just like
dressing.
wooden head busts that are all wearing various like necklaces and some hand busts that are wearing rings and all that sort of thing. Like it's a jewelry shop and there's little else going on except this
Many
expensive
shiny rocks here.
Yeah,
Yes.
but what do the just because I'm curious, like what are like the price ranges? Does she have prices on things or no?
Yeah, she does. The lowest is like a kind of small ring that will run like just shy of 30 gold, and the most expensive is like well over a few thousand. So she's got kind of a bit of everything.
I do like he's looking at the ring that she was just making. I do believe sapphires are in the capital this season. Might have to pick up a few for when we head back.
Well,
And you know, when one person is decorated in your fine work, others will follow.
He's saying we'll tell him where we got it.
I know what he's saying. But I've already given you a discount, so I don't really know why he's flapping his fucking gums at me.
He's trying to be nice.
Maybe he just
does
likes
that.
you.
He does that to everyone.
Nah, well, if you're not going to buy something else, I'm very busy.
Okay. Could I get a name?
She raised her eyebrows at you.
See, I told you.
Oh, I could tell people where I got these. Fine.
Well, if you'd looked at the fucking sign, you would have seen that my name's Braylon, but evidently in the capital they're not teaching you to read anymore, are they, boy?
Kenneth is just gonna like tell him, like nudge him to get the gold out.
He just like hangs his head and gives the gold.
There's a great pride in knowing when to keep your mouth shut.
Renox just a little surprised with his mouth open.
It's a bit like dealing with me on like a really, really bad day. Just gotta let it go, man.
It just sighs and walks out into the sun.
Tanith is like trying to like be like at him, but oh.
It's been a lot of hard work this morning, and we haven't even got to the fucking dungeon.
Avel's having a bad day.
I mean, he got called pretty.
He did get called pretty.
It's been up and down. It's a roller coaster.
Tanith is gonna take the diamonds.
She gives you a wink as you walk away.
And we'll go follow Ava before he like leaps into
Throw
a
myself
well.
down the hole.
Yeah.
Well.
Which way do we want to go? The forest way or the cliff way?
Forest?
Yeah.
Forest is
I
much
give
less.
Tyler a run around.
Forest is much less climbing.
Yeah.
Both down and up.
And you can let Tala out.
That was my reasoning. He gets about, I don't know, 8 paces past the guards this time before just the bag opens and he makes like a throwing motion and this direwolf jumps out of it and he I think he's gonna mount up on her and just like ride this time, and they're doing like laps around them, like circuitous route kind of thing. He's just gonna trot around in circles. Wind through his hair.
Well, yeah, you guys make your way through the forest, following the track that Marsha had shown you a few days prior. And you arrive at the entrance to Trunham Dock. Is there anything you'd like to do before you enter, or are you just diving in?
Afraid this is no place for direwolves, and he'll open the bag again. and she'll leap in.
Very well.
And then I guess I'd move with. I would like to move with a little bit of caution initially to see if more cultists had turned up or anything had changed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can make
I
me
can lead the way, just in case.
Mm,
Uh,
Do you have something wrong with your throat, friend?
well, I'm thinking that like maybe if someone's going to lead the way, it should be someone
Yeah?
who's quiet,
What mean?
the opposite of quiet.
Well,
You
uh,
I am like
I
mouse.
I can be quiet. I just, take off flip flops and no more flip flop.
He's been wearing flip flops this entire time.
Oh yeah, there's a distinct flip flop.
do
Here, here.
you
He's a subset of like desert orc that's beach orc, and they
Yeah.
all just like have flip flops
Very
and
Well,
hula
it's-
finely
skirts.
crafted
Flip
in
flops,
leather.
board shorts, and a
actually-
Hawaiian shirt.
It's
Yeah.
actually a battle tactic because when you walk in flip flops, it sounds like 3 people walking at once, and so it makes the army seem 3 times
See, he
bigger.
gets it, and then you can
Scares
take off
away your
flip flop
enemies,
and
yeah.
beat people with it.
Throw
You just
Oh,
hear
them.
like.
do you remember?
Clack, clack, clack.
Do you remember the tunnel bridge
Yes.
thing, and you almost died?
Well, I did I die though?
Why do you think I got the diamonds?
Well,
I
well,
mean-
see, we're having this conversation right now, so obviously it went well.
I mean, we need someone with enough sense not to go running across the bridge.
I will not run this time.
You know what? I'm not gonna fight you. If you want to go get murdered by cultists, go get murdered by cultists. I don't care. Just have fun.
Yeah, have fun, Ranok. And he'll like flourish, like lead the way.
I shall
good.
lead the way.
I'm going to attempt to stealth behind
Yeah,
him.
a safe distance behind him.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. And just before we get in, then we'll take a quick 5. If
Right.
that's Q.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Woo. Tappy.
I am writing out a short prayer that Mortimer's going to say before we head down into the pit.
I see.
I need it to be Google Translate because he's saying it in Necrovian, not in Common.
I see.
That also means I need to learn how to pronounce it, so excuse me.
Okay. Ooh, Provian.
mean, what even is stealth?
Yep. But also, I'm glad you came to that conclusion at the end of it. Just let Rannoch have his phone, because I was willing to just stand aside and be like, "Go for it."
Yep.
Did you
We were like
protect
5
France?
hours to the hole, so like we're probably like 3 hours to the hole at this point. Hopefully, he won't wake anything up that will try and destroy us.
Be fine. If not, we're back far enough. We can. Whatever. Try to survive. Run away. Nice knowing you, pal.
Bye.
Greek is hard.
It's
Yeah.
interesting you went for Greek.
I can't remember why I went for Greek. Oh, it's because the word necrovia, where he's from, it comes from the Greek word for death. So I decided, oh, let's just make it all Greek.
Like Necro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Necrovia sounds like real Russian to me.
Actually, I think I was thinking,
from Necrovia.
yeah, I think I had Eastern European influence, and just
Sure.
just because I picked necrovia, I decided, oh, let's make him Greek. Let's make the language Greek.
Oh my god. Best of luck, man. I just translated some stuff into Greek to see what you were dealing with. Oof. Hey Jade.
Yeah.
I got a flame tongue. When I crit
Yeah.
on a sneak attack, it's gonna be bananas.
Yeah.
Eh,
Gonna be awesome.
it'll be 1d8 and 5d6
Mm-hmm.
double from the sneak attack and the flamings and the sword. And then there will be no more boss.
Mm-mm.
And we will go home.
All the boss will be dead. We will all go home.
Woo.
We're gonna kill that boy so good. We're gonna go see. We'll set it on fire. What to do if I whip you? Yes, we will.
I feel that started as language and then ended up sea noises. That was all sea noises.
It was. I got Descent into Avernus for Christmas.
Avernus. Don't say that
Avernus.
out loud.
Avernus?
Avernus?
Avernus.
Descent
Yeah.
into Avernus.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got that for Christmas.
As a book or
As a book.
as a book?
I got it as a book.
Are we going to hell then? After
You pissed me off. No,
things?
I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, I was planning on doing Dungeon of the Mad Mage, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Go to hell after that?
Maybe.
Or
I think Xavier will do very well in hell. Totally. Big personality.
I mean, what was his demonic patron? Isn't she kind of like Bad News Bears down there, or like considered persona non grata? You might not actually do that well down there.
She was the one that like found loopholes in other people's contracts, so it might be
Yeah.
that if I
Yeah.
am so fucking wonderful, she might actually swoop in and save me at the cost of my soul, probably.
Mhm.
But you know, win some, you lose some.
Mhm.
If we end up in hell, I think the cost of my soul is probably a small cost.
You'll be happy to know I was giving the beginning of Dungeon of the Mad Mage a little look through, and one of like the plot hooks to get you adventuring down into the dungeon is your NPC.
Oh. Oh my. Well then, hook, line, and sinker. We are well in.
That's what I figured. Yeah, I was
Do,
like, that's perfect.
do they come down with you, or
Mm-mm.
do they just They just ask it of you? Okay.
Mhm, mhm.
He's probably possibly going to want something in return to venture into a dungeon that will take them months to do, but
Mhm. Yeah, because it's like it's supposed to be like the Tavern of the Yawning Portal. It's
mhm.
called such because it's got a massive well in the center of it that leads down
Yes.
into
Yep.
blah 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 blah. And yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That's where the Mad Mage dungeon is. Yeah, I'm
Mhm,
familiar.
mhm,
Don't fall in.
mhm.
Hello.
Hello.
I have
Hello.
returned.
Is everyone back? So is Jade, potentially an Andrew, maybe a Liam.
I am here.
Andrew. That made me giggle. I mean, not Yoba. Yoba's a smart barbarian.
That's why I posted it in here and not
Sure.
into the depths of madness.
I appreciate that, Andrew. I mean, inside Yova.
Me and you play a very different barbarian.
Yeah.
Inside Yova's head, it just looks like the glory hole. Like that's it.
Yep.
Is he like Sherlock Holmes? Like he has a mind glory hole?
Yes, he has a mind glory hole filled with paintings
I'm
and
so
previous
glad it's called the
victories.
Glory Hall. I fucking love it.
Was Andrew
am
going to call it
too.
anything else?
Oh,
No.
damn.
Andrew's 12.
Oh, it's great. It's such a subtle joke that sometimes you don't register it, and then when you register it, it makes it even funnier.
Takes the
Like,
Especially
oh,
if
there's
it's
the
phrase
yours
glory hall.
circle.
takes the phrase skull fucking to a whole new level as well.
Okay.
Anywho,
All right, little edgy paladin in the corner.
look, I don't get to play often, and when I do, I got the chance to be the ultimate edgelord, and I took it, and I've
Miserable
scratched that itch. My next guy's gonna be like Byron, not care in the world, just
Just be
chill.
happy.
Okay.
Just be happy once, Rob. It's a fantasy game.
Oh,
I mean, he has the best detective partner anyone could ask for.
Yeah, it is.
I have to say, thank you for being nice to Guyan when those two were thinking me a spy.
By the way, Jack, you're an absolute bastard for drugging me yesterday.
I just had this really silly image of just like you holding this huge chalice of blood and this tiny like bit of fudge just like pokes in through the scene. Like if you're looking at it with a camera, it just comes in from off camera and
Love
just
it.
slides in. I didn't know how potent they were, to be honest, but I just thought
Yeah.
I just arrived and was like, hang on, to teleport back I need fudge. And that means now I have all the fudge. So I can just keep fudge. You realise that is going to happen throughout the rest of the campaign,
Yeah.
regardless of how long we go for. He will always have fudge.
Yeah, because it'll be like, once you get another of those 7th level spell slots or whatever,
Mhm.
or even before, I could picture him like going back, like right whenever he's supposed to go to rest. If he's got that spell slot, he'll go and get some fudge, sleep there, and then teleport back the next day, fudge in hand.
Fudge in hand.
Always with people who are trying to drug Ilya. You already got the dwarf potion you want to do on him.
No, I know. That's the long game. And it's part of the reason I was like, I can drug the fudge. I can drug him with fudge now.
Well, now you know that His fucking passive perception is shit, so
Shit.
Jova's gonna have a real easy time drugging him with
He's
that.
so dumb.
I-
He's so dumb.
I've
I
been waiting
mean-
for a particular moment and it hasn't really come up yet.
I mean, we're not surprised considering what he did.
He's got
So-
9 intelligence and 8 wisdom. He's like,
That is barely more than Yova. I think Yova might be 8'8", and you're 8'9". Oof.
no, but Yova wears it well.
He does.
He does. He has a very
Yova's
high
got
charisma.
The noble upbringing.
hmm
Like Yova treats that as like boyish naivety, whereas it's just a fucking idiot.
It's just a dumb idiot.
Yeah. All right.
I almost said a dumb F boy, but I stopped myself.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember, it's only I'm not allowed to call him that anymore. You
I
guys.
To be fair, I wasn't even calling him that. I was calling Ilya that. I thought I'd better play on the side of safety, considering it's not my game on the line.
It's fine.
No.
The boss's armor class is too low.
What I really hope is like, I wish like with Jade's clock, you could just like record like fuck boy, fuck boy, fuck boy, fuck boy,
All right,
You're a
enough
fuck
that
boy.
word. My
You're
God.
a fuck
fuck
boy.
boy. Yeah.
We love you,
I
Rob.
take time out of my day
Do you?
to run you people through a beautifully
ringer.
crafted adventure.
Hey, at least we didn't skip like 2 giant city levels in a campaign.
You're welcome.
Oh, come on. Don't even
Andrew,
complain.
that's 2 giant city levels you didn't have to run. So
See, this is why it's insane to write down shit in preparation.
You motherfuckers.
We're just gonna end up finding like a monk place and a giant casino somewhere else when they get repurposed. So
praise Bagnor. Oh God, here we go.
they've started another cult somewhere else.
It's like
This time with higher security.
There's infinite Brufuses and Oofuses, and there's infinite Agnors and Gnors. All right.
Exactly.
Well, you guys descend back into Trunham Dark and find it much as you left it. And after
I want to say that I petted Tala a few times while she was out because Tanith likes Tala.
yeah, that was super worth interrupting my flow for. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I appreciated it.
Yeah,
Carla appreciated it.
yeah. It's a Tanith moment. Fuck
Fucking
you, Rob.
Yeah. So then there's the final boss. Roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
No. So you guys, you descend down. After a few hours, you arrive back at the top of the fall. This giant pit descending in like a perfect cylinder, smooth walls down into the earth. No light coming up from below. You can't really see the bottom.
Do we know how deep this pit is? I forgot.
So Avo intuited after we threw stones
Yeah.
down that it was 400 to
That's
500
this
feet.
pit. Okay. I was wondering if that was what this was.
And it's 20 foot across. But
Do
hella
we
deep.
want to leap? We've got enough rope.
I mean, apparently it is called the fall.
You know, I might be able to throw some of you. Just a thought.
Everyone's going to have to be falling for the feather fall to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we all should probably be around the same place
Oh,
when that happens. Maybe next time.
okay.
Should hold hands. Tanith, hold out her hands.
Why are we holding hands?
I
So
grab her
that-
hand.
Just
We'll wait until both of Tanith's hands are taken.
Right.
Take my hand, Avo.
Do you trust
He
him?
takes one look over the edge, one last look over
So
the
are
edge.
we jumping on 3 or?
We'll wait until everybody has hands.
I
mean-
like
Holding
one
I have
hand
2 of them. We can
being
go.
joined. He's just gonna say before he like holds the other hand on the other side. What happens if we get partway down, or there is some outcropping, or we see a door on our way down? Like maybe the bottom is bad, and we want to stop before. Just thought I was pre-preparing.
Oh, well, we got the rope. We can
Yes.
do like a thing. It lasts until we hit the ground. So
I'm
it,
just saying people should be ready.
yeah.
Maybe rope in hand.
And I'm just like, if you touch ground, that's it, you lose it. So don't put both your feet down on stone until you're ready to stop.
Right.
If you see an outcropping and it's not the bottom, it's like destiny. You don't want to fucking hit the ledge too early or too late.
Sure. Just if there's a door, 20 feet from the bottom and the next 20 feet are full of spikes or something, we should,
Yeah, that would be real bad.
yeah, just people be on their guard.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, bye.
I'm gonna just before we jump or whatever, she's gonna have her mace light up, the Lightbringer mace, so it's casting
Is she
light.
holding it in her teeth?
It has like a hook on her belt. She can activate it.
Sure. Okay.
Are we all holding hands? I'm standing at the lip of the pit.
Yeah.
So Mortimer's gonna turn to the others and say, "Do you mind if I say a short prayer before we head down? It's something
Listen.
from my own country."
Tanith is going to look shocked,
This is where we die.
but nods.
The betrayal.
I progoni mas odigonstinik. Bronna mas odigoson me eveke keria kaya zestes phoneskia tomelom. Ete afto ene ston cosmo ete ston epomeno.
And for those that don't speak older
May the
tongues,
ancestors guide us to victory. May they lead us with kind hands and warm voices to the future, whether that be in this world or the next.
that's awfully pleasant. Have you considered writing more?
These are the words that I used in Necrovia when I was helping people to move on from their loved ones after they passed.
Oh, you were some sort of death priest.
I was an undertaker.
An undertaker.
It's almost fitting that an undertaker comes back as an undead spirit, doesn't it?
Oh,
Yes, there's a certain
hold-
poetry.
hold on, you guys. Sorry, I was just looking at my stuff. Instead of using Featherfall, I just remembered that this bead here, she points to the necklace of prayer beads that you guys got her, has wind walk. The thing that
Oh.
Dawnfire casts. That lasts 8 hours. You just take a minute to go to and from.
The prayer beads have windwalk in them.
Yes, apparently.
Is that the only thing they have in them?
That's
what you rolled?
I rolled Windwalk, Prayer, Planar Ally, Branding Smite. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, let me make sure. Did I actually get those?
Prayer
He
beads.
told me. Yeah, he told
Yeah.
me which one they had.
Did
They
you
had...
roll a natural 20?
No, I didn't.
Well,
Hold
then
That's
you
what
didn't get
windwalk
Windwalk.
is on.
Oh, never mind then.
And a
You
natural
roll
19
randomly
is
for the
player
things.
ally.
Oh, it was in my stuff.
Weird.
So I thought I
don't know if... Did I maybe say that it already had those?
You told me which ones it had. Hold on. I know I have Planar Ally because I was like, oh great.
If you've written it down, then I'm happy for you
No,
to have it.
it's D&D Beyond. I think it gave them all to me. Let's check my notes. I mean, yeah, we do have it now. Okay. favor, blessing, smiting, and wind walking. Yeah, I got wind walking on it. Is what I have written down here.
Sick.
Noise.
Oh, so everyone is like about to jump off.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, we're holding.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, he's falling.
Oh, oh no.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I have bless.
Speak well of me.
It was blessing, smiting, and wind walking. Is what I got. So I have branding, smite, bless, and wind walk.
Oh, so he didn't need to buy all the spider climb potions?
I kind of forgot that I had.
Right. Do you want to save the wind walk for later and we use the feather falling spider climbing thing now? Or do you wish to wind walk?
I could go ahead. It lasts for 8 hours.
We don't know
so-
how long we're going to be down there, though.
True enough. Okay, yeah, let's just featherfall.
Right. Excellent. Good to know we have another way out.
Yes, I'm sorry that I forgot about it and made us spend 750 potions.
That's okay. People forget things all the time.
Thanks, Renok. I really appreciate your support.
No problem.
Excellent.
Okay, featherfall.
Hut. So we fall.
3, 2, 1, go.
Leap.
You fall, and you continue falling, and you continue falling. It's very slow. How many feet per
Goodness.
second is it? It's like 5, isn't it?
I thought it was like 60. I thought
60,
like
yeah.
60
Okay,
around
okay,
or something.
okay. So it takes you the better part of a minute to get to the bottom then. But when finally you do, you find yourself landing in what is essentially a Indiana Jones-esque pile of bones. And there's lots of like sickening crunches and you can see like yellowing rat nibbled bones and teeth everywhere. There is a doorway leading out of this room. You sort of look up and you can't see the ceiling anymore, but you know that's where you've come from. Anyone without dark vision is merely relying on, or solely relying on, the glowing mace. And the darkness is pretty oppressive, but you get a fairly good view. And you can see that there's a door leading out. And you can actually hear a voice, a pleading voice, echoing towards you. You can't really make out the words, but if you had to guess, someone is pleading for their life up ahead.
Should I ask who is it?
I think this may be the time for you to smash right through that door, and we ask questions
want me-
later.
Oh, I can do that. I go to smash.
Attack roll.
All right.
Just asking. There was no details or anything we saw in the entire fall down. No
Yeah, it
outcroppings,
is
no doors, no
entirely
nothing.
featureless.
Okay, and then the bones are
Wow.
several feet thick, or
No, like there's
scattering,
yeah,
or
a thick scattering, but a scattering.
thick scattering. Okay, all right.
I'm just attacking the door, right? Correct.
Yeah,
That's a 24 to hit. Got
that
it.
hits.
All right. Nice.
I won't make you roll
Smash,
damage.
smash.
You can just smash until you get through.
I shall do that.
And laid out before you is a relatively long, straight corridor. And at the end of it, you see a large kind of archway from which blue light is emanating. And a large one of those shrines from the room above is there with these like iron claws kind of curving out of it, all sharp and wicked looking. And the voice is louder through here. Please, please.
Sorry, so corridor leading to statue?
We
with-
don't see the
We don't-
thing that's saying please,
No.
though.
So
right?
you see corridor ahead, large shrine or
Mhm.
that is of the cult of the old earth, and then glowing room beyond archway at the end of corridor, pleading voice
Okay.
coming from that room.
Should I go back to sneaking, or are we? That caused a lot of noise. So,
I mean, they didn't change their behavior. I think we should
They-
go
they didn't.
quickly, but
Okay.
quietly.
quick but quiet. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Can I make stealth
For sure.
on the advance?
Anyone who wishes.
I'm
Just
gonna
Oh
cast-
wow!
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself as we stealth.
Let's go stealth.
I got 24.
I actually got an 18.
I got
Nice.
19.
I have
25.
Those
disadvantage.
flip flops helped.
I got disadvantage on stealth.
Oh god.
Ooh. Ooh. It's 14.
So everyone in the team is extremely stealthy moving up to this door. Except Tanith, who puts a foot through a skull, but halfway down the corridor. When you get to the end of this corridor, like around the shrine, you see that there are bodies of Cult of the Old Earth guys, like littering this room, like maybe 7 or 8 bodies just around the shrine at the end of the corridor. They all have like very hollow, gaunt faces that sort of remind you of Mortimer, and they're very kind of skeletal looking.
Tanith is keeping an eye on
So
them.
I think I know what this is, but I just want your guys' opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think he wishes me to contribute.
I was waiting for him to say what he thought it was.
No. I'll wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So are they like desiccated, dried up?
Yeah, like
Energy sucked
relatively.
from them? Yeah.
More just gaunt though.
Just gone. Okay.
Yeah.
But
There
no
is a bit of
mushroom
desiccation.
related activity.
No mushrooms.
Okay. Can I quickly frisk bodies for reasons?
Sure, make an investigation. You do hear
These
the
were
voice.
bad guys, right?
Could I
What
assist
guys
them by
are
just
bad
like
guys?
moving the bodies and
Yeah, sure.
such for them?
Take advantage.
I've got my eyes on the shrine for movement.
The shrine appears dormant at the moment, and you
But
hear.
the spider's behind you.
No, I am just letting you know where Tanith's attention is.
And you hear coming from the room. Please. And then nothing.
With advantage, I got natural 20, which is 27. So can I very quickly frisk them on the way to this guy pleading? Just like take whatever is necessary or
Yeah.
informative.
You find a couple of the like symbols and a few daggers, but not much else.
Okay.
Tanith is going to head for a room then.
I'm just curious. The daggers weren't used. They didn't like sacrifice themselves. There isn't blood on
No,
the daggers.
They're
They're just
no, like,
dead around the
physical
statue.
wounds, yeah.
Right. He was looking for like information on the situation quickly, but so they just have daggers and symbols, and they seem to be dead. Like in the way that they have fallen, were they all facing the statue and fell crumpled?
They just
outwards,
look like they've sort
or-
of all randomly fainted in different positions.
Right.
sort of
Okay.
thing.
So there wasn't something that destroyed them.
No, it wasn't
or-
like something's come
okay.
from the shrine or anything like that.
Okay.
Like one of them is like half draped over a bench.
Right.
And like a couple of them are sort of standing or sitting slumped over in a corner.
I'm getting some Miranda vibes now.
Yeah. So ideally, yeah, he's just moving quickly. He finds nothing. Like it wasn't a Kool-Aid moment or anything like that. He just keeps going for this pleading thing.
So
Once Aval has finished looting a body, Mortimer grabs it by the chest and lights it on fire.
sure.
Oh, okay.
burnt.
Must make sure they can't
Do
come
you,
back.
are you trying to eat it or?
I'm going for the door.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, wait. Before you go for a door, my people always say be wary of voices in distress. Sometimes when we have to help people, we have like a code just in case. You never know. We have, raiders sometimes, and we're like, help, help, help. And then someone comes along and help us, and then we bash them on the head and take everything. I don't, but no raiders that do. Just saying. That's my
I'm
2 cents from Red Dog.
You think this is a trap?
you're
I
blowing
mean,
up.
a lot of things are traps, more than not. It is a scary place in here. Well, I mean, not scary, but I mean, you know what I mean.
Whenever I get to the door, I'm going to look for traps.
So
I
it's
was going
it's
to do the same.
But
it's
maybe,
not.
voice is trap. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, what really is voice?
I understand your caution, Relic. We will be incredibly cautious. And
So it's not actually a door. It's just like a big archway.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Still.
there's okay. Make an investigation check.
I
So-
am helping if you wish.
Would you prefer to roll?
If you would
With
like
my
the
help?
+7 on investigation that
Yes.
I have, yes. So yeah, he catches up to you and eyes the cobblestones.
Look, they're half elf eyes.
22 with advantage.
You find no traps of any kind.
Excellent, great, good.
So you
Can you
move.
see anything into the other room?
Yeah. So looking in, you see the room beyond is it kind of starts with the same kind of stone floor, but then drops off to this underground river that kind of splits into a Y either side ahead of you, and there is a bridge over each kind of branch of that, and then another bridge leading over the river crossing further down. And on the sort of furthest island of this room broken up by the river, which is about 5 feet across and looks pretty deep, you see like there's these stone steps that lead up, ending in this large curved wall. And in front of that wall, you see a stone obelisk that's been cracked in the center, and there's like rubble lying around it. You see a woman, maybe 8 feet tall. Her skin is this like bluish gray, and she's like very kind of well muscled, and where she would normally be wearing clothes, she's instead just like draped in like thousands and thousands of what looks like just strips of like black fabric, so that every time she like moves, there's just pieces kind of hanging off her, and they cover her completely like a cloak, but it has this strange kind of almost like ethereal, it gives us ethereal impression to her. She turns to look at you all, and her brow furrows slightly, and her kind of long black hair is like dancing behind her as though she was floating in water. You see, like in her grip, raised but limp, is a desiccated corpse, a man in the robes of the cult of the old earth, and she drops him and regards you all for a moment. You may take an action or two if you wish.
So like she was feeding on him or like mourning
Hard
him?
to tell.
Okay.
I mean, she definitely wasn't mourning him.
Was he the voice, we think, maybe?
You get that impression, yeah.
No, like she was just trained him and
Yeah.
then dropped him.
She's how far away?
And she.
Currently,
Tannis will say.
about 300 feet.
She's about 300 feet away. Banshee? You think she's the goddess?
She
Like,
looks
get that
like
feeling?
one, right?
Because I would. Oh, what's the thing? Let me read the thing. Relentless thing. God damn it. You know the distance and direction between you and any creature involved in your goal. So therefore, I would be able to determine basically she's the goddess because that's who I need to kill.
So your goal is about 300 feet in front of you, standing on a big stone plinth.
I mean, that would have been really nice to know that you could do that.
Should I charge, guys?
And Avel is kind of like standing, and he like hands on hips, and he goes, "I thought she would be bigger."
She's not big enough for you.
Oh, Aval gives me life.
Yes.
Roar! And I start charging.
Oh God.
All right. You
I'm
start
going to try
charging.
and keep up.
You start charging. Is everyone charging? Is anyone not charging?
Mortimer's gonna stand back, but he's gonna have his quarterstaff out, ready to shoot lasers or whatever.
You are 300 feet away, and
If
your
anybody
furthest
doesn't
laser is
follow-
probably
Until
120
I'm
feet
about
away.
120 feet away, give or take.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm going to crack one of the prayer beads on the earth necklace to cast blessing on Rannoch, Avel, and sorry, Mortimer and
Oh.
Lenore.
I'll probably just do damage to Mortimer.
Yeah.
Corpse.
I'm not trying to be like so bitchy, but
It's fine. I'm dying
they're
after
the
this fight
ones.
anyway.
Shut
They're
up,
the ones.
corpse.
They're the ones that have to roll to hit.
Cool. So we have bless.
Yes.
Okay.
Super useful.
So,
Avel is trying to like distance himself from Rannoch as much as he can while still like keeping full pace. Like if that involves him possibly like jumping over smaller river bits or something, or running along the edge of bridges, he will do. I don't know how wide they
is
are.
I'll run just fast enough so everybody can keep up,
Okay.
even the slowest.
Yeah, Tanith is gonna do the cool girl walk, like the badass walk towards the goddess with her glowing mace in hand. Not like I'm about to fuck his day up.
is Tala in play?
Good point. It is a big enough room for Tala.
Definitely.
Also, Tala is practically immortal. Yes, why not? We have actions to get there. I think he runs, and he opens the bag as they go, and Tala like leaps out and like keeps pace with him, like immediately in one like fluid movement, and maybe he like mounts up
I like it.
as they run across the bridges.
Okay.
So we're all
I will
dashing.
go
there.
find the direwolf stats.
So, let me have an initiative roll from each of you, please.
Oh boy.
Do you consider concentration through prayer beads to be my concentration?
I do.
Okay, that is a kraken on my initiative, so that's a 22.
Hot damn!
I got a dirty 20. I got a dirty little 20.
Nice.
Oh god.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
like that.
I'm the fastest one here, but I got a 7.
I got 19, so I rolled lower than the other two, and I have initiative plus 8. So I feel for you a little bit.
No, you don't.
So,
I mean, maybe you do.
maybe. It was very empathetic.
Andrew?
13.
Beautiful.
This is so 5 level 6s going up against a god.
It's fine. It's great. We've got this.
She's not at full power. As
So
you're-
while I'm running as well, I will use a bonus action at one point to activate the flame tongue, so it roars into life.
Okay.
And it's 40-foot bright light, 40-foot dim light around me, so a lot is illuminated.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan,
Yes.
can I hop up on Tala with you?
If you would like to, darling, of course.
Yeah.
We could be slightly bit more prepared. So he starts running, throws
We were the
Tala
first
out
ones.
early.
We were the
and-
first ones there. Yeah, that makes sense.
and you are very quick in the initiative, so I'm sure you can leap aboard.
Okay. So,
I will say we're about to have 2 big old direwolf dogs kicking about in a minute.
Mhm.
Hell yeah!
so you guys have a couple, not surprise rounds, but a couple rounds where she's not doing anything other than kind of surveying you. As you get close, you see that she's like ethereally beautiful, but her mouth is sewn shut by this like glowing white cord that's like hissing slightly against her skin. And you can see that there's like chains kind of binding her neck and her chest that kind of hang down between the strands of black material. So we're going to say that initiative begins. You guys are all 180 feet away from her. So Tanith, you're up first.
Okay, I don't have anything that can go off within 180 feet. And now I am.
You could hold your action, and Tala could probably make that distance. She has
Yeah, that's
speed
what I.
50, so
That's what I was considering. I'm just
Okay,
going to. I'm going to hold a guiding bolt until she's within 120 feet. So
Okie dokie.
once Aval's had his turn and Tala's moved, I'll be
Yeah.
able to cast that.
Mortimer.
Okay. I'm gonna get within 120 feet because I'm assuming I can just do that.
That'll be a dash.
you're
Okay,
180 feet away. So yeah, you could dash your whole action and get. Sorry, you're 180 feet away. A whole dash would get you to where you want to be.
Cool.
But you won't have time to do anything.
In which
unless you have a
case,
bonus action.
I will dash, and then use my 3 sorcery points for my. Oh no, dashing is a bonus action. Scratch it.
No, you have a
That
bonus action
isn't-
left. You will have moved, spent your action to get to 120
Oh
feet, and
yeah,
then have
okay.
a
In
bonus
which case,
action.
I'll spend my 3 sorcery
You're
points.
yeah, you're not a rogue. You can't bonus action to hish.
In any case, what was the gimmick?
Hellhound.
Right, yeah, that's the gimmick. My hand rises, the smoke billows around me, and from the as if it's coming out of my chest, is like probably the same sort of size as Tala, maybe a little bit smaller. Completely black. It's not got any skin on its face. It's just the skull, and it's just surrounded in shadowy black magic, and you can see its ribs, and it's horrible. And I just point at the goddess with my quarterstaff,
Sure.
and that's about.
So
and
it summons
that
into
sort of
existence.
gives it all it needs.
If you read your hound thing, it says about summoning it within 30 feet of the target, and then it.
It
you
says
know,
here to target one creature you see within 120 feet. That's all it says here. So therefore,
I
you
don't.
target her. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I don't know what you're looking at, but like it says about where I read it at least. It's summoned within 30 feet of the target, and then has its turn to move, and then
Oh, yeah,
savages.
you're right.
So it appears 30 feet away from her, or right up on her.
Yeah, effectively.
then
So you'll be able to do shit.
It's go now.
I need to get the direwolf stats.
Okay. I've just sent you the Shadow Sorcery thing in the chat, and then I will send you the Direwolf stats. Now, they're both in the Hangout chat for you.
You're a treasure, Daniel.
Thank you. So,
Seems like you had some difficulty determining what he was there.
I think my brain's.
I'm just that
slowly-
precious. It's
My
fine.
brain's just slowly coming to a halt.
Rob,
Mm.
don't be jealous that someone's complimenting Dan and not you.
No one ever compliments me. I'm
That's
used
what
to
Oh
it.
my god.
I feel like we've
Lies.
complimented your DMing quite a few times. So.
Little dick.
Well, that doesn't count because my
okay.
DMing's fucking amazing. So that just goes without
God, you're
saying. That
so-
doesn't count.
You know how humble he is?
and you know, nice to be around and personable, and,
So pleasant and
Yeah.
nice.
and you know, has a real like even voice. Like there's not like shouting.
I'm a
Yeah, it doesn't
fucking
get-
delight, and you all know it.
37 plus.
Can you hurry up, Liam?
No. I
Can
need.
you take like another 2 minutes so I can go get some Chex Mix?
I don't know if that was a joke or not, but yeah. Go ahead.
Cool.
One. Okay, then I carry, and then I gotta borrow, and then I carry again. No, that's not right.
Do you think I have the maths correct? because he gets temporary hit points based on half my level, which is 6. Oh, no, it's 3. It's not 6.
It's
Lee.
3.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Hey, 40. That's nice and even.
40.
40.
Nobody else is within range, are they?
No.
No pack tactics. Bite the
No, we're
bitch.
miles away. Cool.
He rolls like I do. 8.
That's a miss.
That's fine.
Is that
Everything
with the pluses?
That was plus 5 to hit. I rolled a 3.
Oh god. Fucking dog. Fucking Liam. Jesus.
It's me. It's not the dog. Don't blame the dog.
Now I
Goddamn
just imagine
dog.
a Shadowhound with Liam's face on it, just like.
It'd be my skull.
Right. Things done?
Aval.
Is my go next, is it? Excellent.
Yeah.
So we're 180 feet away. I can go 30, and then 30, and then 30 to get 90 feet away. Tala can go 50 and then 50 to get 80 feet away, which will bring Tanith into pew-pew range.
Yeah.
So you will be able to pew-pew. Yes. That is what it's going to be.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, cool. Does I'm real sad about this roll. Does a 13 hit?
No.
Mm.
Anyone have any inspiration?
You can do it!
I feel that is worth
Great.
inspiration.
I don't think I unless Rob says I have inspiration.
Make a performance check, Andrew.
Oh. I was gonna say I don't either.
I got a 19 on the die. So performance was that's not a step. What's that
That's
based on?
Charisma.
Charisma. Well, so that's a 17.
Wow.
Ted,
Uh-huh.
you have a D6 inspiration die.
Fucking great.
Barbarian inspiration.
Fit a
I
fucking bonus
got a
lad.
5 on it, so that makes that an 18.
That's a hit.
Oh!
Come on. Fucking party time.
Oh fuck!
Different die.
That dice went flying. That is 15 points of radiant damage,
15 points of radiant damage.
and she's glowing because I hit her with a guiding bolt.
Very nice.
Guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt.
That was
a
it.
really shit trap song.
Yeah, that's my that's my held action.
Very nice. And Aval, your turn's all done, correct?
Yeah, I just moved,
Yeah.
and got 90 feet away.
You got 90 feet away.
Yeah, because I move. We're 180 feet away. I move for 30, and
Are you
then
not on?
action move. I mean, I thought if
Tala?
Tanith was on with the armor and stuff, I can be on Tala if you
Oh,
want.
because when C Ash, you said as well, so I assumed you were.
Sure.
You don't have to
I
be.
can ride Tala in, and I can bow the shit out of her. Bow times. Using the
You have
advantage.
advantage, so
I
that'll
do.
be
That went
8.
from a 4 to a 17 on the dice. So useful. 25 longbow attack. With an ally next to it, so I will get Schnook.
That hits.
It does hit. Excellent. So that is bow times. And that is Schnook times.
You also had a blessing, but you still hit, so you didn't.
That is true. I did have blessing. 5, 10, 16. So she lights up, and then an arrow plants into her shoulder or something while riding a direwolf, because it's impressive.
Oh, there's another direwolf standing there.
Yes, which
Hello.
gave me the Schnook. So I
Schnook.
got Schnook attack.
Oh, I remember the dog's name. It's Skylos.
Skylos.
Yeah.
Hell yes. That's an awesome name.
Google Translate it, and it won't sound as awesome.
What is it translated from?
Greek.
Yes, but what is the
Word.
meaning of Skyloss?
Word.
Oh, sorry. I see what you mean. Sorry, I'm with you now. It means dog.
Okay, sure, great.
Fucking love other languages that have like really cool words for stuff that's just normal for us.
Sure.
Anyway, sorry,
Yeah.
carry on.
She got arrowed. Pitch got arrowed. Cool.
I'm imagining a Greek D&D game where someone's sky loss is called dog.
Cool. What's it translated to?
Dog.
Ah, okay.
Yep, Silos.
Oh man, that's so cool.
Yeah, dog. Jesus.
It's like how Cerberus just means spot.
Yes.
Silos just means dog.
Spot the dog.
Who's over
She
there?
got arrowed.
How much damage was that? Sorry, Dan.
15, 16, something. I think 16. No, 16, I believe. I'm happy to go with that.
Sure. Ranok. You're 180 feet away.
Oh. Okay.
You can clear 80 of that by using your entire turn.
I can't remember how long your throwing chain is, but I don't think it's that long.
It's not that long. I'll just use my entire
Ranok did
turn
get
to...
in front of us, although he did say he was going to keep pace. Crap.
I did say that. So I'll just close as much distance as possible.
For sure. What's your movement speed?
It should be 40.
Okay. So you're now 100 feet away then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. Lenore.
All right. So I will clear 110 of those.
Sure.
Nice.
And then he said 180, right?
Yeah. 70 feet away.
So I'm still 70 feet away, so I'm going to take a slingshot at her with disadvantage.
Dope.
Negated a kraken.
Don't forget your bless.
I did. $22 to hit.
22 hits.
Dang. What
Give me
is it?
damage.
Lucky.
And I negated a kraken. That was real sad.
Oh.
13 points of damage, and it's magical damage if that matters.
No.
Just
Sorry, yes. It does matter to me.
matters to me too.
On her turn, how far away is Mortimer?
The furthest back, because he didn't.
I am 120 feet,
Okay,
but my dog is right next to her.
perfect. So, Aval, Tala, you guys, and Tanith are all 80 feet away. And Lenore is 70 feet away, correct?
Yep. Ranok is 100 feet away.
Okay. She will cast Cloud Kill to envelop the four of you then. So that's con saves from everyone. She holds up a hand, and you see like some of the black strips of cloth kind of form into smoke in her palm, and she just like spreads it out lazily, and it just
Don't
encircles
forget your bless.
Yeah, getting
So
me in
does
it as
that
well.
not affect me because I'm too far away?
you. Yeah.
Right. What save?
Cool.
Constitution.
Con.
That was almost an 8 on the die.
I have a really amazing con save because I took resilient con, but it doesn't matter if I only roll a 9.
Oof.
It's 16.
That's a fail.
Aval rolled a 3 plus 3 for 6. Tala rolled an 18 plus 2 for non-natural 20.
I had a 23.
Okay. So if you rolled above a 17.
Fuck you.
Sorry. If you rolled above a 17, it's 11 points of poison damage. If you roll below, it's 22 points.
Oof. That's a third of my health exactly taken off.
Let me. Concentration check. Okay, I'm good.
And then
Got a 15 on the die.
she holds out her hand towards the river, and you see two zombies begin crawling their way out. And you see they immediately just come like charging towards her. They're wearing robes of the cult of the old earth and have horrible sunken faces, but they're not yet very rotted. And they just dive towards Mortimer's dog. That is going to be a 10 and a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
That is going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage. As they just like begin kicking the shit out of it, basically. And we're back to the top. Tanith.
I'm first. Cool. And I'm 80 feet away now.
Yes.
Going to hold my action until I'm closer.
Tala goes 5 foot closer. I'm assuming you mean like into combat.
I need to be 6 feet away for
Okay.
everything else because I could get bolt again, but I'm gonna,
Sure.
I'm-
But I think
I'm
we're going
gonna-
all in is
Yeah.
the idea, you know, we're going at that pace. So
yeah. Yep. I'm going to wait until we're closer to cast
Sure.
Sacred Flame.
Mortimer.
I am going to cast a spell. Ooh, which spell is it? Another question entirely. Those things, the zombies are also 120 feet away, right? Because
Yeah,
they're like
they're
with
all
my
up
dog.
against, yeah.
Right.
oh, the zombie's not on him. I thought they were.
No, they're on his
They're on
dog.
my dog.
Oh.
You know what? Do you know something? It's not. Do you know something she's not gonna be immune to, like something else was?
What?
I'm gonna fireball that motherfucker.
Okay. She casts counterspell.
She's away. Counterspell is 60 feet away,
Oh, is it?
and he's 120 feet away
Okay.
for fireball.
Guess what, bitch?
Suck it, bitch.
Eat my flamey balls.
Ooh.
24. Oh, yeah, 24.
With disadvantage because my dog's there.
No. 13.
Nope.
Legendary
flamed.
resistance.
I need to roll this sometimes. Hold on, let me check. Are the zombies within range of it, or is it just?
Yeah, they're up
Yep.
close.
As
So
is your dog.
Oh no, a dog! What a shame. He's already dead. It's fine. Oh, 2 6s. Come on, boys.
Nice.
2 4s. So that's 20. 29 points of flamey damage. Oh wait, no, I've got one. 34. Excuse me.
So she used a legendary resistance. I don't know if you heard.
I don't know what that means.
It's a boss can choose to succeed saving throws.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay,
Up to
got
a
you.
certain number
Sure
of times.
can.
How do you know what legendary resistance is? Have you ever played this fucking game before?
I've not faced many bosses.
Hello. Sorry. Back. Things fun.
You're fine. You're
It's
fine.
fine. We just learned that Liam's an idiot.
In any case,
She
zombies,
used a legendary resistance to resist fireball. Damn.
zombies
Still
take
half
that-
damage.
It's
Yeah.
half damage still.
Yeah,
forward
I'm writing it
the-
down.
The
Cool.
zombies also take it. Are they dead?
Oh yeah, they're dead either way.
Oh,
well,
my dog needs to do the save as well, does he?
Yes.
Actually, they're not dead either way. They have to make the save.
Oh, that's the wrong dice, Liam. You fanny.
Okay, one of the zombies is still alive.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
They're pretty
they're just standard zombies.
hardy
I
there.
mean, what really is zombie?
I mean, what even is zombie?
Yeah.
I got some bad news for you, fellas.
Have you killed your dog?
I killed my dog.
It has more than... No, you said it had 40 hit points and you did 34.
And then it had taken damage as well from the zombies.
Oh,
Oh
It
no.
took 8 damage.
okay.
I did too much damage. So the flames engulf the quine, who doesn't take any hit damage. Engulf the zombies who die, but my direwolf goes down as well.
Did you say the quine?
The quine.
Yeah, the quine.
He did. Quine.
Also, she does take damage. She takes half.
Oh, sorry, you're quite right. Excuse me.
After that hot mess of a turn, Ava.
Hey, Rob.
Sure.
Ava
I'm gonna
loses
compliment you,
his
but you know what? You can suck my dick.
Ava loses his sneak attack because the dog's gone.
Yeah.
However, I'm bringing allies into 5 feet with me, so
Okay, cool.
Oh, you're going all up in.
that's what I was going for. Yeah, so she's 100 feet away. We are going to stay in combat with her if we go there, but that's what we're doing. So we're going all the way in. Tala is going to move dash, so she won't get an attack. I will with Schnook attack. So the fireball explodes and we come leaping out the remainder of that flame and strike. Also, I'm a swashbuckler, so it doesn't matter if anyone is there or not. Just thinking. 22
It's
for hits. Flames and swords and Schnook attacks. Okay. Flaming damage is a 6. Normal damage is a 5 for 11s. And the Schnook attack is another 11 on top of that for 22 damage as the flame tongue whips out and strikes her.
nice.
And I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw from her.
7.
Ooh.
She will use a legendary resistance.
For a sacred flame? All right. That's
Yeah,
8
use Sacred
damage.
Flame.
Saves her. Yeah, that's what I said I was gonna do. She didn't know.
No, yeah,
So-
yeah, no, she's
You
using
said
it. I said it.
Okay, so
Go
she
on.
takes nothing.
Ha.
Okay, guys.
You didn't know that she takes 10 damage from Radiant, so it was a good play. You just didn't know
Sure.
that.
But now I'm in melee with my radiant damage dealing mace. So
Yeah,
cool. To know.
we'll need to do something about that.
Mm.
Rannoch.
You're 100
Well-
feet away, buddy.
Yep.
What's your throwing weapon range?
I want to say it was 20 feet.
I think it was.
I think
30.
it was.
could be
I think
wrong.
it was at least 40. I think it was larger than the average throwing weapon.
Oh, I
I
thought
seem
it
to
was
remember
20.
when you were given it.
But I know if I can move 80, then I can get within 20. But I can only move 40 if I want to attack still.
Sure.
Okay.
I was just thinking you could run up and chain attack. but-
We'll say it's 40, so you can run up and chain attack. I'm happy. with
Okay,
that.
I'll run up and chain. And I'm gonna rage before I do that.
Good move. Good move.
I'm gonna rage.
It's real lucky he wasn't in that cloud kill before he raged. That would have been real bad for you, buddy.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to. So that's going to be 21 to hit.
21 hits.
It's going to be 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. And you see, she's her form is sort of the wispy black kind of strands are like seem to be like tightening around her. Where once they were hanging off, they're now like much more form fitting, almost like a mummy. Like they're kind of closing in on her, and You can see she's kind of straining against them a little bit. But Lenore, it's your go.
I'll just move up there and close the distance, and yeah, that's my turn.
You could keep Step of the Wind, move in, attack if you wanted to, but if you didn't, that's fine.
Fine. That's what I will do.
Bonus action dash with Step of the Wind.
And then take 2 slices at it. Slicey.
Did you mark her running up? Aren't you, Kensai?
I don't think I have that at this level
Not at
yet.
this level? Okay,
Yeah.
it's a thing Kensai monks do sometimes.
25 to hit.
25 hits.
Crap. 10 points of damage
10 points.
on that one. Oh, this is not gonna hit. Uh, 15 to hit.
15 misses.
Yep.
Okay. She is going to turn and fix Tanith with a particularly vitriolic stare. And
Middle finger from behind the shield.
in her eyes, you see a lot of what the old Earth was trying to accomplish, and it gives you this like horrible shiver. And then you get a much more horrible feeling as she casts Blight. Constitution saving throw, please.
You got this.
All of my dice have been betraying me.
Until now.
Suck it, bitch. That's a 23.
Okay, that is a success. You take 22 points of damage. As you just see like this kind of blackish green horrible light just suck out of Tanith and just like back towards Banshee. And Tanith's like whole body begins to like turn hollow and slightly necrotic for a moment, like that of all of the dead cultists before she kind of shrugs it off, and that like holy aura of her mace kind of fills out her cheeks again and lets her stand strong against it. And then 4 zombies come crawling out of the water.
Oh shit.
Making the currently 5. And let's see.
Where are they headed?
One's headed for Tanith. One's heading for Aval. One's heading for Lenore. One's heading for Doge. And the last one is heading for Aval as well. So.
Oh, okay.
Sounds mate.
Sometimes.
That's going to be a 17 to hit Tanith.
Misses.
A 17 and a 19 to hit Aval.
Both of those hit.
So the first one is going to be 6. Second one is going to be 4 bludgeoning. And then
Okay, I'll react to one of those and half that or something, so
Okay.
it's 7 damage total.
Doge is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
On Tala, yes.
Tala, yeah, I forgot her name temporarily.
That's fine.
Apologies.
She's the only Doge in play. I got your idea.
That's why I was okay with it.
Doing
and-
what?
Pardon? Oh, yeah.
How much
of course,
damage?
Sorry. Max 9.
Oh no.
And Lenore, natural 1. As these just horde of like soaking wet cultists just come like charging out of the water. like groaning in agony as they try and assault you.
Shit.
Whose go is it now?
It is yours.
Okay. Tanith is going to take another one of the beads from her necklace, from the prayer beads. She's going to like smash it against the handle of the mace, and it's going to glow with like a radiant light. She's going to use my bonus action to cast Branding Smite through the prayer beads.
Dope.
And she's going to take a wacky at Banshee. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does not.
No, wait, 15. Because I forgot it's a +1.
Oh, a 15 does not.
Oh. The mace is still glowing.
Sometimes.
So. Mace is still glowing, so I still have the branding smite. It just
Yeah, until you hit.
Yep.
Yeah. Does that mean the bless is gone because you're concentrating on the branding smite?
Yes. I forgot.
Oh no, sad times. Okay.
Love it. So, Mortimer.
All of your friends are now around her. I say friends very loosely. And would advise not fireballing.
I was going to say, so what you're saying is fireballs off the table.
Maybe. These people seem cool. I mean, you're fucking dead and they
I'm not gonna
only
murder
slightly
you.
beat you up. So.
I'm not gonna murder you. Yet. I'm not gonna murder you at all. I just gotta check business. Well, how many? I have 3 slots left. Which meta magics did I take? Apologies for being a slow dick. Where are we? There you go.
No worries, man. Take your time.
We're gonna go Firebolt because it's 120 feet.
Are you moving any closer, or are you staying at 120 feet?
I'm gonna stay 120 feet because I forgot to put on. Oh, hold on. I could do that now.
Bonus action mage armor?
I'm just an idiot.
Yeah, you knew you were coming down here for a fight. Wait, when you made
Spoiling for a rumble.
Mortimer was
What?
independent than I
It
am.
lasts for 8 hours.
Yeah.
You do it when you get up, man.
You also, like, you're in combat now with a fucking god that you want to kill. If you not got anything with little juice to it,
I did, and I do. You might get hit by it as well, though. Like, oh no, can I choose this one? Choose a point in the ground. You see the fountain of trying to. Nope, not hit some more people. Right, fuck it. I'm gonna have to get in close to use Witch Bolt, so I'm gonna cast Mage Armor and then start moving forward. So that at least
Cool.
it's 15 instead of 12.
you're like 90 feet away from her now, I think.
Gotta keep
Yeah,
moving.
yeah, 90
What kind
feet.
of meta magic do you have?
Oh, that's right. Hold on. Let me just. Oh, fuck me. Right. 2 sorcery. Cast it as a bonus. Let's dash. Let's get there a bit quicker, shall we?
Yeah.
If you want, yeah. So now 60 feet away.
Big
At least
time.
I'm slightly
Woo.
better protected.
Oh, Liam.
This I don't like combat. I don't know if you've noticed.
I'll keep that in mind.
Same,
for
buddy,
future
same.
games.
It's all good.
Oh, right. Not insulted or anything, but fuck it. Aval, here we go.
I don't
Sorry,
even like
me.
my own combat.
No, I'm playing that.
My go.
Yes, sir.
Okay, stabby times. incoming. I hope. 18 to hit.
Hits.
Excelente.
Excellent.
Es muy.
That's slightly better. 7 initial stabbing damage with 7 additional fire damage with 12 additional sneak attack damage. So 26 total damage
Oh boy.
as the flame tongue rapier pierces into the leather straps at some point.
Yeah, you hear this echoing scream that's muffled behind us, behind her sealed lips, as she cries in agony.
Tala is gonna go like "fuck you" to in wolf to the zombie that bit her. Is gonna strike for 14.
And a 14 is a hit.
Hit said zombie. He no 2d6 plus 3. 11 damage to said zombie.
11 damage to said zombie. Said zombie
And-
is
Yep.
upset.
Is upset. DC 13 strength saving throw or not be knocked prone
Okay.
as she pulls the zombie
no.
down.
5.
5. Okay, so she like basically goes "Arr!" and throws zombie around like bone. Zombie is down on floor.
I love that you're like cutting out words and sentences because I imagine you're telling me all this in wolf.
Yes, basically. Wolf is a very direct language. I don't know if zombie is clever enough to stand up again. It's just something I'm going to leave with you. Might not be. Might go over.
Sure. Sure.
Oh, technically I had advantage on that. Nope, didn't crit. It's fine. Because pack tactics.
Radlock.
Okay, I can close the distance now, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I can get to her without
Pretty sure that's a
incurring the
Disney
wrath-
song, isn't it? I can close
can
the
go
distance.
I can go the distance.
Yes.
I know
sure it is.
every mile will be worth my while.
Hercules.
Mhm.
It's
Uh-huh.
Hercules one. Yes, I remember. Sweet.
So that song's playing. And
Yes.
do I incur the wrath of any zombies along the way, or no, they're not in my way right now?
Yeah, there's loads of zombies in your way.
No,
Okay.
he doesn't have to. No, because they're all around us and we're all around her, so he can
I
get
mean,
up in
he's
her
behind
grill.
you. Zombies
Can
are
I?
all
What
up.
I'm asking is, can I get to her without like having to run past zombies?
If you want,
I would like to do that,
sure.
and then I would like to grapple her.
You can try.
That is going to be a 23 on my strength.
She got more than a 23 on her strength.
You just try to grapple a god.
I
Yes.
mean, if
I
you're a
love
barbarian, you've got to try.
Yeah, exactly.
Hers works out as a 27, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I've got something you can listen to.
I mean, you're
Andrew.
raging. Did you take your advantage on your?
Strength?
No.
Do it.
Don't you do it, Andrew.
Okay, I still failed.
I did the
Oh.
damn thing.
Yes!
Yay!
I'm so proud. Help your friends.
I always feel so weird as the DM doing the damn thing because it's all like, come on, man, I really want you to kill my things.
Right.
I'm reminding Liam all of like his stuff and like the fight with like
It's
Black
really
Mirror.
slippery. I
Mhm.
can't get a good grip. It's not that I'm not strong enough, but
Keep
yeah,
try- keep
really,
It's
trying.
really
okay. It's okay,
slippery.
buddy. You can do next time, definitely. Next time, hit her with your axe. Is that what he has?
Hammer?
Hammer?
Hammer.
Hammer.
Hammer time.
All right.
All right, Lenore.
First hit's a 14. That misses.
Yep.
Oh my god, my dice have betrayed me. That's even worse. And then unarmed. We're done. Bye.
You
I
just
rolled a-
transform into sea.
I rolled a 5, a 2, and a 1.
Oh.
Yeah, she just like. I imagine you're just like punching at her, and her form is just kind of swirling and shifting, and it's hard to get a solid blow in. On her turn, she'll turn to Rannoch, who just tried to grapple her, fix you with a mightily horrible stare. Does a 23 hit you?
Yeah.
Make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Can do.
You
That
also
is going to be a 19, good sir.
you take 8 cold damage, and you succeed the saving throw and feel as though your muscles seize up for a moment, but you shrug it off.
Shit.
And then,
Oh no.
oh, 4 more zombies pull themselves out of the muck.
Oh boy.
That
How
is
we
now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 zombies. I like this. This is good. Good zombies. So everyone except Mortimer gets 2 each. Simples. Rannoch.
Including Tala?
No.
Okay.
So Rannoch, 22 and 5 to hit you, which misses. So,
Well, the 5 doesn't hit.
yeah, so you take 7 bludgeoning, non-magical, so half that.
Half the 3.
22 to hit Tanith, and
Yeah, that's a
17 to hit Tanith.
Miss.
You take minimum damage of 4. Aval, natural 1.
Yes.
Natural 2. Fuck.
Yes.
Lenore,
Man, too good.
natural 5. Fuck. Natural 5. Fuck. Zombie's turn is done. Tanith.
Are all of those zombies within 5 feet of me?
Or not all of the zombies are within 5 feet, but a large
Quite a
proportion.
few.
I
many-
will say
Half?
6.
6 of 9.
Do I try to turn undead or do I word of radiance?
I mean, they are low level undead.
Yeah, I'm. Tanith is gonna take her holy symbol and she's going to turn undead with her action. So that is all zombies within 30 feet of me must make a wisdom saving throw.
Wait, within 30 feet of you?
Yes.
Yep. I was asking for word of radiance because if I get damage,
okay,
I was
yeah,
gonna
okay,
go for the
that's-
damage over
right.
the blah 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 blah.
That actually includes her as well.
Oh!
Ooh.
So what's the save?
15.
So would that also
Wisdom,
include
yeah?
me?
Yes.
You're not
You're
undead.
not
Oh, cool.
Oh shit.
I love that Renner asked that. Should I?
Oh
run
wait, no, I'm not in
away?
range. We're all good.
No, you're not. You're not close enough for it yet. Yeah.
Okay. That is fantastic.
He just sees all these other zombies running away and is like, should I follow?
Should I be
What we're
running?
doing now?
No.
Fail. 15, yeah?
Yep.
Fail. 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 Success. Fail. That is a 15. That is a 16. And fail. So, 3 successes. Oh, and Banshee herself. That's a 17. So that's
She's
not a great
fine.
roll. But she's fine, and all but 3 zombies are fine, and they all
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah,
and,
the-
like,
Yeah, they turn and must spend their turns getting as far away from me as they can,
Yeah.
and they cannot willingly move back within 30 feet.
so that they
um,
just like scatter back towards the river.
Oh no! I left the oven on.
Yeah, so like either they can move now or they can move on their turns. It's up to you.
They'll
we'll
move
have
on, they'll move on their
we'll
turn.
have attacks of opportunity whenever they move.
Yeah, they'll move on their turn.
And bonus action is nothing because I'm gonna maintain concentration on. Know what? Actually, because spiritual weapon's not concentration. I'm gonna cast me spiritual weapon.
Oof.
And
What is it? What is it?
huh?
What is it?
What?
What is the spiritual weapon?
Oh, it's a big old mace. That's just a bigger one of like
Okay.
her Lightbringer one.
Okie doke.
Have I not accused you before? I thought I did.
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
But it's gonna come down and try and beam Banshee in the face and miss with a 9. My dice. I swear to God.
Oh,
Good.
Okay.
the next god we kill is going to be Liam, and he'll be the god of misfortune, and the dice will be awful.
But it's spelled like Li apostrophe
Yes.
AEM.
Liam.
I'm gonna write that down. Mortimer.
Sorry, I just had to give a very important message to the chat. I'm gonna move the remaining 30 feet and cast Witch Bolt at a level that is not the first one.
Great.
Let's go third. Fuck it.
Oh, Liam.
Oh,
We shouldn't be bad mouthing him while he's got Fireball, you guys.
my fault. Oh, actually, that's not actually as bad as I thought. I keep
He'd
forgetting.
somehow miss Fireball, but sure.
It's Witch Bolt's not Fireball.
Hey,
No,
to be fair, she is 8 feet tall, so you could blast her and miss all of us because she's so much taller than the rest of us.
That's a 16, brother.
That is the AC required.
Oh, get in! I was shitting it. Right. I'm gonna use my currently last spell, sorcery point to use in power.
Why?
Because I just rolled a 1, and I do not want to do 1 damage. I want to do as much as possible. Okay, that's 2 used. 5. 3 used.
You know, you can keep casting get that damage automatically. You don't have to keep wasting your sorcery points, my dude.
At this point, I'm just gonna finish it.
Oh, okay.
Let me. Oh,
Because you could, Liam, you could have kept your action to continue doing the witch bolt damage, and then use sorcery points to quicken and cast with your bonus action.
I thought you could only cast 1 spell, regardless of whether it was an action or bonus action.
But a
But
cantrip.
no. But witch bolt, once you cast it, is cast. You're just using your action to do the damage again. You're not using your action to cast
Yeah.
witch bolt again.
But I think he wants to do as much damage as he can on this turn.
Okay.
19.
Damage all up.
Yep.
Oh, Liam.
It's lightning, if that means anything to you.
No, I'm afraid not.
Okay, carry on.
Eval.
I'll do Tala on zombie first.
Sure.
Tala on said zombie. That is 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Tala on said zombie. Tala does 11 damage again
Okay.
on said zombie.
Said zombie is brown bread.
Excellent. She is enjoying various bones of said human. And I will strike out with Tanathon. Got my back. That is 11 on the dice, plus 8 for my
Hits.
hitage. Hitting, stabbing, flaming, 10 fire damage, 6 piercing damage, and 9 sneak attack damage. So something like 7, 10, and 9 for 25.
You kill?
I think she's dead.
Liam, you missed out by killing her by 3 hit points.
Oh man.
Oh.
Oh, buddy.
You see,
So I think
Yeah, good thing I empowered that and didn't just take those 2 ones.
Well done.
Sorry, that was not fair. That's not fair. Sorry.
So Tala like feasts, and I imagine there is like a rearing, and there's a moment where Tanith and Aval, are raised up, and then as they come down, Aval puts the flaming rapier down into this creature's cranium.
You see the zombies will drop and just like collapse. Her body kind of like goes limp for a moment. She stumbles back, and the black fabric encircling her like grabs her and pulls her arms against her chest like a straitjacket, and begins like just tying her. You see the chains like tighten around her as her magic to sort of hold them off of her has been broken by your sword, and the chains begin to glow like this bright glowing white, and she screams in pain as it hisses against her skin and drags her back into the obelisk, which begins to slowly rebuild itself and seal up around her, before driving itself back down into the earth, lower and lower, until there is nothing left of her, as far as you can see. Mortimer, that feeling that you've had in your chest for years and years and years now suddenly breaks. Everyone sees Mortimer begin to glow like a faint blue, and his body kind of shifts and changes. And Liam, could you give us a description of what Mortimer looked like before he was all necrotic, please?
You know Geralt from The Witcher?
I know Geralt from The Witcher.
Geralt. Yeah.
That guy. Make life easy. He looks like that. His eyes are like a softer blue. Or a soft blue, I should say, as opposed to a softer blue, because his eyes aren't blue. His clothes sort of become far less tattered, and the mushrooms all sort of fall away. His skin is pale, but obviously lighter than it was. And his hair is less ragged and more of a controlled ponytail. And he just sort of looks at himself, smiles at the four of them, and fades away in
Indeed.
smoke, because smoke's his gimmick.
And there's absolutely nothing left of Mortimer.
Aval is like struggling for words for a second, like looking back to Tanith, having just watched him fade away and her get pulled into the pillow.
I guess he moved on.
I guess. We satisfied whatever was keeping him here. He kind of like shakes Flame Tongue a little bit, and like the flames go out, and he puts it into the scabbard.
Well done, everyone.
Thanks.
Are we sure she's gone?
Tanith will like turn back to where the obelisk was. Is there any sign of it in like the center of the island?
Nah, like the ground is sealing itself up. She is locked away properly.
Yeah, I think the cult or the order of the old earth must have been like weakening the bonds that kept her here, or kept her sealed. And now it's back to normal.
I hope so. I kind of slide off Tala and like see the wounds that she has, and then just like coo to her in Elven a little bit and put my forehead against her, basically telling her that she did a great job. Do you mind if I take a look around?
No, go for it. Is there several people who are below half health?
No, I'm actually only about far away from being half health, but I'm above
Oh,
it. Just
You're above it.
I'd say I barely got scratched.
be right back.
Okay, cool. It's just me that was near death then.
Well, I mean, you were kind of targeted.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I took the big blow. All I'm gonna say is thank goodness for the amulet of health because I would have been brown as.
Love it.
Aval looks around
Yeah. Do you want to make me a quick investigation check?
with guidance.
Did he say he would be
Oh
right back?
yeah, I think he said he was
Oh,
gonna
he
be right
did.
back.
He did. Does Tanith feel any better
No,
spiritually?
it wasn't this goddess that did it to her.
No. It's the people that were worshiping her or trying to wake her or whatever.
They're trying to wake all the gods. So,
Mm.
and there's other teams out there trying to stop them. So,
So we need to go cult hunting.
Yes.
Because they'll be back for this.
Yeah. Now that they know that obviously Banshee's a known thing here. They'll be back as many times as they need to be. I don't like how close they came this time, though.
Well, we either stay here and punch them in the mouth if they come back, or we go find them. Take the hurt to them.
I'm back.
Abel has a look around with
yeah,
guidance.
trying to make your investigation check.
Okay, sure. Yep, done. Ooh. Guidance. 19 on the dice, plus 3 for 22, plus 7 for 29.
So you find very little in here. Along the big curved wall at the back are lots of carvings of Banshee and some of the atrocities she's committed. And you find like a few more of the talismans and daggers and that sort of thing, as well as a note on one of the cultists. And it reads something to the effect of we are worried that your work with Banshee is not going fast enough. The other chapters are progressing much more rapidly. We'll be sending our own people to make sure the job is done. And apart from that, there's nothing else.
Do we get the sense that this guy was the reinforcements, or
Unclear.
the reinforcement was here, or
Unclear.
unclear? I suppose we should stay here and make sure that they don't come back then. Kind of says, kind of like looking at Lenore.
For a little while, at least. Unless we can find out where they're coming from.
We should send like word back to our temple and let them know that what the cult is doing. Maybe they would have an idea of where the other chapters might be.
Absolutely.
Good idea. Happy to stay a little bit. Ranok, do you mind smashing up all of... 1 second. And he's going to just like sketch down the tableaus of the atrocities and things. Ranok, if you could smash them down now. Please?
You get the impression they're more put there as like a warning rather than a celebration.
Okay.
But it's not like the cult came in and did those. They look as old as the temple itself.
Right.
So it's part of what was sealing her up.
Okay.
So
You don't
not-
think there's any magic to it, but you think it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
hey, if you're here, you probably shouldn't be.
Okay.
fucking with
Fair
it.
Okay.
It's a, it's a big caution sign
Yeah.
Yeah.
all around the room.
Beware of the dog.
Wait, they can stay. It's fine. How long do you want to stay? He asks the girls.
Well, if they're sending people here, we need to make sure that they don't succeed. Otherwise, we'd just be back here in a month doing this all over again.
Oh no, I understand. Just how long do you want to give it?
I don't know.
Okay.
A few weeks and maybe get a better lead. Send word back to the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Or until we get more work from Kampala?
Corolla.
Thank you.
Koralla.
Maybe someone there who has information for us.
Mm-hmm. And we
Maybe.
gotta get. Are we getting paid for this, or is this just?
Yeah.
I mean, I could ride back. Maybe it won't take too long, and then come back here.
Yeah, you gotta go buy some jewelry. Tanith chuckles.
I mean, I was hoping for a little extra spending money down here, but obviously this god is a little cheap. You know, a couple of sapphires. That'll go a long way. Could turn those
Stay.
diamonds into earrings if you're interested.
Possibly. You guys didn't die, so I didn't have to use them.
Hopefully we won't yet.
But yeah, you can get them turned into earrings that way. I'll always have them if I do need them.
Quite. I think they really bring out your eyes.
Oh, Tanith blushes.
God.
He's like doing this over the grave of a fucking dead dog. But, nice move with the channeling your god and the sending the undead fleeing. I wonder how many are down there. And he kind of gives a cursory glance to the river. I wonder where this comes out.
The ocean, maybe?
Do you want to follow it?
I mean, maybe. If they're fishing fish out of the corpse river, that's probably an issue.
So the river disappears kind of into the walls of the room you're in at certain points. So you wouldn't really be able to follow it unless you could breathe underwater.
Okay.
Not today.
Not.
We have a long time. I guess that's tomorrow's problem.
Back to town then?
I think so. Would you like another drink on me? I'm sure I could find you something better than the Trunbuka.
I'd be okay with that. Do you want to spider walk it, or do you want to fly?
You can fly now.
Well, the wind walk.
Oh.
It's just the once. Maybe we should save it.
Yeah, let's save
We
it.
bought the potions. Let's save it.
Okay.
He's just going to scuff around a little bit, maybe throw a stone into the river, look around the grave a bit. He's a little disappointed that there was nothing material for him to gain from this killing the god.
I mean, it's a god's jail cell.
I know. I'm not. He's just disappointed. Is all. That's what he would
He's a
be.
rogue.
Yeah.
In his heart of hearts, he's still a rogue.
Yeah, he likes a little bit of profit.
The prophet was defeating the enemy.
No.
The
Right,
real treasure
right.
was finding Are there friendship?
All right.
The
And
friendship
on
along the
that,
way.
on that note, I hereby call an end to this campaign.
Well, I mean, is it a real end, or we'll be back here in like
That's real end for now.
Aw,
for now?